It don't matter the color of the skin, either woman or man. Just let the case land. It's here, it's in safe hands. This is God work, not a fake plan. Too many
Welcome in, everybody.
in these lakes, man. This is MTGV.
Please smack that thumbs up as you come in.
To the streets, drum to a beat.
Shout out to everybody in the building
And
everybody on the replay.
Just so you know, we don't go for those that's taking these souls. We know, but it's getting so out of control.
Shout out to my BFF, the person in the building. How you doing today? Shout out to Kathleen Hurd in the building. How you doing?
Thank you for tuning in to MTGV.
Shout out to everybody.
Prime TV. Y'all know what it is, man. Team Vibe. Miss V.
Please smack that thumbs up as you come in, y'all. No B and E. No B and E. Welcome in. Shout out to Sleuth Nation. Shout out to all the moderators in the building and all the members and subscribers to come. How y'all doing today? Happy Tuesday. We got a couple things to talk about today. I see we got a few members in the building too. Shout out to Sherry Clark. How you doing? I just responded to your message. You probably seen it. I am doing good, y'all. Thank you so much, Sherry. So good to see y'all. I miss y'all. It's been like 4 or 5 days since I went live. Shout out to Bronze. I be seeing you everywhere, fam. How you doing today? And shout out to Santa Mara. If I'm saying that right, welcome in. Welcome in, fam. Y'all please smack that thumbs up. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Shout out to all the beautiful people in the building. Shout out to Charlene Green. Welcome in, fam. Shout out to Jennifer 313. We got Detroit in the house. And shout out to Gigi. She says, so glad to catch you live today. I'm so glad you called me too. Man, I've been sitting here. I haven't been live in a few days, so we got a little bit of catching up to do. Hi, I'm good. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. Just, I had a lot of stuff going on this week. I never get to catch you live. I feel blessed. I'm so happy you called me. Did you get a notification? How did you know? I'm just curious because too many people are telling me that they don't get my notifications. Shout out to Almighty Streams in the building. How you doing, fam? Let me turn this down a little bit. So it's a couple cases that's caught my attention that I wanted to talk about. And these particular cases that I'm gonna be talking about, like nobody is talking about it. I've seen a few content creators. Actually, I've seen more content creators talking about these cases, or at least the woman. Her name is Shantay Butts. That caught my attention. Her name, number one. I always notice with these cases, the names always come back. They always circulate back, or it's their birthday when they pass. It's like a lot of similarities that I noticed doing crimes. I want to talk about that. That's a domestic violence case. And I have a cousin that was my best friend, first cousin. She lost her life this way. So we're going to talk about that. And then there was a guy named Shaves, Adams. They found him in a Goodwill bin is what I thought. But they're not handling this case properly. The man didn't put himself in there. It's just a bunch of mess. And then we're going to get into Naziah after that. So, you said, but I'm usually at work this time, but I'm off today. Oh, shoot. Happy off day. I'm off today too. And I've been chilling all day. Yes. So, let me, okay. So with Shaves Adams, I ran across a video his sister put out because she didn't like, the way the news was reporting what happened to her brother. So I'm going to go to an article first. Give me a second. So this actually happened about 2 weeks ago, and there hasn't been. Well, I see a update from a week ago with MSNBC or MSN. Let's see what they say, and then we're gonna get right into the video that his sister actually put out. So it says, man found dead near a donation bin in Pasadena. Goodwill identified by authorities. So the man has been identified as 31-year-old Shaves Adams. According to the Los Angeles County Medical's office, Adams, described by officials as a transient man. He was found Tuesday morning in or near the donation bin at the Goodwill. So in or near, which is it? That I was confused just looking at the pictures. I'm like, was he in the bin or was he at the door? It makes no sense. But the way that the state that his sister said that he was in, it does not make sense unless somebody did this to him. Shout out to Sweetie in the building. Welcome in, fam. Good seeing you. Thank you so much, Sherry. Y'all, yes, please smack that thumbs up. No B&E, y'all. No breaking and entering. Please ring my bell before you drop down in the chat. And even if you don't drop down in the chat, drop down your finger and smack that thumbs up from the bushes, from the trees, the clouds, whichever one you in. But welcome in to everybody. So I should have, let me pull up a picture right quick. As a matter of fact, let me do this. I'm going to play the videos. Let me get to the video. It's going to be real quick. And that's why it's so important for us to you know, show up and speak on these crimes, because a lot of people don't. The news just give you a minute or so, maybe 30 seconds, depending on the case. Hold on, this is not the one I want, but we'll start here. We'll do this.
Everything. But for one Belle Glade mother, even that wasn't enough. Tonight.
Stop it.
Now at 4:30, police in Pasadena make a deadly discovery on the steps of a Goodwill. A man found...
Oh, let me do this first. I always forget this part. So we are going to play this under fair use. Let me pull up my disclaimer right quick. It really is a sad situation. Gigi said, everyone keeps saying he looks so familiar, but I don't know him. He does have a familiar face to me too. Hold on, let me... Oh, you saw that too, Sherry? Did you see his sister speak out? If I can find it. This channel may feature copyrighted video and audio content under the guidelines of fair use permitted by copyright statute for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. All content and credit
now at
go to the
4:30,
original
police in Pasadena
no
make a deadly discovery on the steps of
this
a Goodwill.
channel may feature
a
copyright.
man found dead in a donation basket. Assignment editor Mike Rogers is at the desk with what police are saying this afternoon. Mike, this is a strange one.
It is really weird, Amy. They are calling the death suspicious in nature. You can imagine why. A man wrapped in a blanket inside of a donation bin out back of a Goodwill. Certainly some cause for concern this afternoon in Pasadena. We'll show you the video here. This all happening early today, or around 11 o'clock this morning is when police originally got that call. They got out here after the employees discovered the man's body inside of that bin there. Now, Pasadena police tell me they are deeming this suspicious. They wouldn't go into any further detail about why it is suspicious, other than the fact that his body was wrapped in a blanket and dumped in a bin there for donations at the Goodwill. Now, they do know that he is homeless, apparently. They say his last known address was in the LA area somewhere, so they have an ID on him. They say he was born in 1994, which would make him about 30 years old, depending on the month. How he ended up there, who may have put them there, if somebody put him there, is all unclear tonight. You can see the forensics teams from Pasadena Police Department are there on scene trying to sort all of this out, Amy, but Pasadena police tell me the medical examiner just came and took the body. Of course, now they will be the ones to determine how the man died.
Wow. Still so many questions,
Yep.
Mike. Thank you.
And developing news in Pasadena, a shocking discovery outside a Goodwill store. Police tell us someone found a body wrapped in a tarp next to donated items. That discovery happened this morning around 11 at the Goodwill place on Fair Oaks. Not clear at this point how the person died, but investigators are calling this a suspicious death. The victim's identity has not been released.
And those are only 2 videos that I could see, and it seemed like they was talking on speed. Like, seriously. So that's what was confusing, because I'm like, where's the bin at? They just dump stuff like that at they Goodwill? That's what they got going on. That's a bit much. But it makes no sense, okay, because the way that they found the man. And so I'm going to go ahead and read this article. It says the man has been identified as 31-year-old Shays Adams. According to the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner's Office, Adams, described by officials as a transient man, was found Tuesday morning in or near a donation bin at a Goodwill store on a 300 block of Fair Oaks Avenue. The medical examiner's reports identify his place of death as a sidewalk. That's crazy. I wonder if this area is known for homeless people to sleep around in, even though his sister is not describing her brother as this homeless man that would be sleeping on the sidewalk, but also he had a rope around his neck and ankles, according to his sister, and he was wrapped in something. She was like, he couldn't have done that to himself and placed himself there. At the time when I was looking at her video, I actually thought that he was in one of those bins, that they have. Gigi said, no, it's not that. It's a good area. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, you grew up there. You was born at MLK Hospital. Beautiful area. Definitely have to have money out there. Okay. And no one deserves to be treated like trash. Exactly. But this is looking like some old racist thing. Anytime you talking about something around the neck and the ankles and then he just ends up there, it's a camera right there. I'm trying to figure out, how did the camera not capture something? Did they even look at the cameras to try to figure that part out? Or is this a part of a cover-up? I'm just saying, somebody got to know something. So let me get to his sister. This is actually the guy here. That's him with his mother. And that is his sister that came out and spoke. She could barely even speak. I mean, she had to keep stopping the video, and it's only 2 minutes long because she couldn't even, she couldn't do this without crying. Her heart is so broken. It says Pasadena police responded to the scene around 11 a.m. after receiving reports of a body at the drop-off area. The man was found alone with other. He was found along with other donated items. And the scene was cordoned off as detectives searched for evidence. So that image that we looking at right here, this is where he was at. Just discarded. And right there in that area, it is cameras. It's a big sign that says cameras right there too. Let me see if I can see it on here. I see a picture of it here. Yeah, I mean, that's trashy how they got it up there. Yeah, right here. Right here. You are on camera, so are y'all gonna tell us y'all didn't get nothing? Nothing at all? And then it says, while the cause of death is listed as deferred, police said drugs are suspected to have played a role. A GoFundMe page created by Adam's loved ones described him as a devoted father, a cherished son, and a loyal brother. What many assume was just another nameless headline now has a name and a family deeply grieving. Let me go to the GoFundMe. Okay, so they have, their goal is to raise $13,000. They only raised $5,500 so far. It is, I'm gonna drop the link to this too, if y'all want to donate to the GoFundMe. It's so sad, but I'm gonna also read it. So they have 105 donations so far. And it says here, let me see. So Shavana Adams started this. And I do believe that's the sister that we about to hear from. So it reads, a man found at a Goodwill was a beloved father, son, and a brother. Help us lay Shaves Adams to rest. Our hearts are heavy as we share the sudden and tragic loss of Shaves Adams, a 31-year-old man whose body was found wrapped in a blanket near a Goodwill donation bin in Pasadena on Tuesday morning. What many assume was just another nameless headline now has a name and a family deeply grieving. Shaves was a devoted father, a cherished son, and a loyal brother. He was a man full of love, laughter, and light. Someone whose presence lifted everyone around him. He leaves behind 2 beautiful children and a family struggling to make sense of this unimaginable loss. We are asking for your help to give Shaves a proper farewell and to support his children in the days ahead. Your donations will go directly towards funeral expenses, memory arrangements, and care for his children. Whether you can give or simply share this post, your support means everything right now. Please help our family in our thoughts and prayers, and keep us in our thoughts, in your thoughts and prayers. We have one donator that donated 1,000, and then one donated 500. A couple donated 200, and a lot of people donated 100. 2 people donated 50. So anything will help. Let me grab this link right quick. So I'm going to go to the sister's video, y'all.
I really didn't want to make this video. I'm trying to get through it, but the reason why I feel like I have no choice but to speak up is because the way my brother's death is being portrayed is not the way that it went down, we believe. My brother was found dead, wrapped in a tarp with rope around his ankles and underneath his neck. The media and the police are trying to make it as if this is a drug overdose on a transient, or in other words, a homeless man. But if that were the case, he would not have been wrapped in tarp with rope around his ankles and underneath his neck. At this moment, we do not have an official cause of his death. My brother was 31 years old. He was a son, he was a father of two, a brother, a friend to people, but most of all, his life mattered. Regardless if drugs were in play of this or not, he still could have not wrapped himself up and roped himself and put himself inside of a Goodwill donation bin. My brother lived with me and my mom until he was an adult. And after we relocated to Las Vegas, my brother stayed behind to raise his kids with his kid's mom and his two children, and he lived with her. Once they broke up, he lived with another woman, and recently she kicked him out, which ultimately resulted into his death. This is something that I'm not gonna let them sweep under the rug. And on behalf of my brother and my family, we would appreciate it if you guys would continue to share, reshare, pray for us. More importantly, donate or whatever it is that you can do. I really didn't want to make this video. I'm trying to get through it, but the reason why I feel like I have no choice but
to... Man, I don't know. It's flickering on my end. Can y'all hear me? Let me know. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all could hear me. Because let me check my audio. Oh, y'all can't hear me. But it is flickering on my end. I don't know what is going on, y'all. This is crazy. Thank you, Eric. Thank y'all. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all, please smack that thumbs up for me if you haven't got a chance to yet. Shout out to Carla Henry in the building. Shout out to D-Rob. Shout out to Jill. Thank y'all for coming in. Okay, y'all can hear me, but I'm going to have to jump. Let me see. What in the world? Let's remove this. Okay, I still see it flickering, but it's not on y'all end. It's just me. Okay, well, let me double check again. It's just me. Okay, I'll just keep going with the show. It look crazy as heck over here though. Okay. So the next thing I want to talk about is Shantay Butts. Shantay was in a relationship with a guy named Little Mac. His name is Little Mac. And wait a minute. Let me get to him. Hold on, y'all. I ran across this video before I seen anything, and it made me interested in what was going on. But that's not it right there. This one.
Don't touch me, little man. Move, get back. Come on, that. Get back. Move, bro. Move, get back. Get back. No, I'm not. Get back. Please move from my car, bro. Move, little man. Please move. Oh, you on that? Move, little man. Move. Get my door, please. Get my door. All right.
Get my door, please. Now I don't think y'all could see she had a weapon in her hand at that time. Now, this guy has taken her through complete hell, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and pull this back up, pull up a video and play that.
Survivors of domestic violence are told to speak up, document everything. But for one Belle Glade mother, even that wasn't enough. Tonight, we're uncovering how her death fits into a larger deadly pattern and why advocates say the system is still falling short. CBS 12's Katie Benty joins us live in the newsroom with that story. Katie?
Liz, Shantay Butts told deputies she was being stalked. She had the video, she filed reports, and just days later, she was shot dead in her home. Shantay Butts was a mother of 4, shot and killed inside her Belglade home last week. Deputies say it was her son who called 911. The man accused of murdering her, Little Mac Williams, her ex, and the father of her children. Investigators say he also shot her current boyfriend who survived. Court records reveal a decade of abuse across multiple relationships. In 2024, Williams broke into Butts' home, choked her, and took her phone. He was convicted, ordered to stay away, but he came back.
Please leave.
She posted this video to Facebook of what appears to be Williams waiting at her job.
Please leave my job. I have to go.
She told deputies he later stole her gun. Then there's this, a log showing Williams on her doorbell camera more than 20 times in one night.
If law enforcement's being called, it's something's, going on. There's something major that's happened.
On July 5th, deputies issued a warrant for stalking, but he wasn't arrested. 6 days later, she was dead.
The homicide rate is high, especially when someone's trying to leave that abusive situation. That's when they're at the highest risk.
Advocates say survivors often do everything right and still don't make it out.
Safety planning, escape planning, all that's happening right from the minute that we get that phone call.
And it's not just Butts' case. In 2023, a Boynton Beach woman was murdered less than an hour after filing a police report about her ex. Williams is now behind bars charged with murder, attempted murder, and being a felon in possession of a firearm. But advocates say it's too late for Shantay Butts. And unless something changes, more survivors will die asking for help. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Katie Benty, CBS 12 News.
My bad. I'm sitting up here on mute. So shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all, please smack that thumbs up if you haven't already. But yeah, this man just don't know when no means no. Like, she's done with you. She don't want to be with you anymore. Just leave. One thing I want to say, if a man ever hits you, just leave. It's never going to get better. If he hits you once, he'll hit you again. Leave. It never gets easy to leave him either. But it's better to leave the first time. And unfortunately, she had to go through all of this. And I heard that she was also a widow. Because people were blaming her. Because it's some videos that people felt like she was taunting him some kind of way. But no, she really was going through it with him. And he was coming to her house. He was banging on the door. He was scaring her. He was threatening her. Most of all, jumping on her. So I'm looking at the obituary. I didn't see this before I came live, but her birthday is February 5th, 1993. And her funeral, she was laid to rest July 11th, 2025. And I think, let me move this banner right quick. And I'll play the video one more time.
Don't touch me, little man. Move, get back. Come on, that. Get back. Move, bro. Move, get back. Get back. No, I'm not. Get back. Please move from my car, bro. Move, little man. Please move. Oh, you on that? Move, little man. Move. Get my door, please. Get my door. All right.
You notice how his whole voice changed. All right. It was like a whole different type of voice. Just I don't like people like this that stalk people. He was stalking her at her job. He didn't have a problem with standing directly across the street from her job where people could see that he was standing there. People like that is very dangerous, as we see. And so it says Shantay Letitia Butts. She was born on February 5th, 1993 in West Palm Beach, Florida, at Good Samaritan Hospital. A proud graduate of Glades Central Community High School. She graduated with the class of 2011. Shantay continued her education at Palm Beach State College, earning her certification in early childhood education. She later obtained her Class G security license and was employed by St. Moritz Security Services at the time of her passing. So she worked at a security service at the time. Wow. And she didn't get no security. So she worked at the time of her passing. So that tells me that is the same location that he was stalking her at. So on July 11, 2024, Shantay gained her wings, her heavenly wings. She was preceded in death by her grandmother, her brother, and her aunt. Now, her sisters said that she was a widow, but they didn't say nothing about a husband here. Wait. Yeah, they didn't say nothing about a husband on her obituary. You know, because he would have been preceded in death too. It just says the grandmother, her brother, 2 brothers, and an aunt. Shantay leaves behind a legacy of love, strength, and precious memories. She is survived by her parents, children. She had a son and 3 daughters. So sad. So those children are without their mother. And that's so sad for nonsense. And so let me go to an article that I can read. Let's see. So court records filed in Palm Beach County show that the victim of a homicide reported being stalked by the suspect just days before she was unalive. This man's name was Little Mac Williams. So they named him Little Mac. 45 years old, way older than her. He was arrested on the next day following the DV disturbance that left one woman unalived and another man injured. That's crazy. I hadn't heard that part. The victim has been identified as Shantay Butts, a mother of 4. After learning of Williams' arrest, news began looking into prior convictions which show a history of domestic violence. Okay, so we have all the way dated back from April 27th of 2014. Back in April 2014, Williams was arrested and charged with felony battery after an ex-girlfriend called 911 regarding his SA battery. According to the court documents, the woman had noticeable injuries on her face and forehead, including swelling and bruising below the left eye and 5 centimeters by 5 centimeter hematoma on the right side of her forehead. Court records notes that the woman also had swelling to her left shoulder, which was tender to the touch, swelling to the left mid-back, which was tender to the touch, and a laceration of the left mid-knuckle. Williams was charged with felony battery, domestic battery by strangulation, and false imprisonment. He pleaded guilty to felony and was sentenced to 36 days in jail. These people get out before they even get in. You know, it's ridiculous. Welcome in, Byron. She was born in she was born in 73. No, she was born in 93. She was born in 93. Okay, so then it says Williams was charged. Okay, so then we have June 12th, 2018. Now, she was only dating this guy for 7 years, so that wasn't her back then, I'm assuming. Yeah, because it says somewhere, if what we're reading is correct. Yeah, that wouldn't have been her. That wouldn't have been her. June 12, 2018, roughly 4 years later, Williams was arrested after an ex-girlfriend reported he continued to show up at her house and would not leave her alone. The woman's brother also called the police to report Williams trying to get inside, tampering with their outdoor surveillance. Now, this is her. Williams was charged with stalking and trespassing. He was ultimately found not guilty of stalking, but guilty of trespassing, and was sentenced to 59 days in jail. So they continue to get this guy slaps on the wrist. Shout out to Top Flight. How you doing? They continue to get his man slaps on the wrist. Oh, I was mistaken. Sorry. That's okay, sweetie. Yep. So, all right, let me get through this because there's a couple of other things. There's so much popping up on the screen. I can't believe I didn't put the picture in here, though. Hold on. I did not. Okay, so Williams was arrested and charged with domestic battery. He pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 2 days in jail. So, also what I want to say, normally, some people think that this is cute when you have a guy that, he act crazy about you and all this kind of stuff. It's cute at first. I've heard people say that. It should never be cute in the beginning. Like, it ain't nothing cute about it. Nah, because that means that he has some type of insecurities, and then it ain't like you the first one he did it with. This is just how he is. When somebody try to break up with him, he don't let him. You gotta die before you can break up with this type of guy. No, thank you. Then we got September 1st, 2023. According to the court records, deputies with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office responded to the hospital for a victim of domestic battery. The woman told deputies she got into a verbal dispute with Williams before he picked up an unknown object and struck her in the head. So, he picking up objects on top of it, on top of being an alleged man. You need a weapon to defend yourself against a woman. He was then arrested and charged with battery, but they not doing nothing. They ain't giving him no type of time, man, none. Then we got July 9th, 2024. Wow. And ultimately the next year in July, 2 days after this. Okay. So this happened to her July 11, 2025. And what I'm reading right now happened July 9th, 2024. Just a year and 2 days prior. Dang. Deputies with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office responded to a home in Belle Glade after the victim, Shantay Butts, reported an altercation with the father of her children, Little Mac Williams. Now the other stuff, the other ones didn't say he was the father, but of course, I don't know how old her children was, but yeah, she was dealing with this for a long time with this dude. And he didn't need to be provoked for it to happen. People were saying that she was provoking him by doing stuff, posting certain things on social media. But who was provoking him in his other relationships? It's just who he is. He don't have to be provoked. So anyway, after the victim, Shantay Butts, reported an altercation with the father of her children, little Mac. That's the problem. He little. He need to grow the hell up. Still a little boy. According to the court records, Butts told deputies Williams showed up at her home and forced his way inside. That's crazy. And she got a whole nother man. Forced herself inside. She said he placed her in a chokehold and proceeded to kick her multiple times. Butts reportedly told deputies she could not breathe and also lost consciousness. Court records show Butts told deputies she tried to call 911, but Williams took the phone and ran from the scene when her daughter saw him. Williams was later arrested and charged with domestic violence by strangulation, felony battery, tampering with a witness, victim or informant. That's crazy. This dude just above the law. Simple battery, domestic, and deprivation of 911. However, Williams pleaded guilty to domestic battery by strangulation, felony battery, prior, tampering with witness, victim, or informant, and he was sentenced to 157 days. So he's getting nothing. He ain't getting enough time at all, and probably got out before that was up. So it's like, really, when you in a relationship like this, you got to leave town, man. Like, I mean, that's what it's looking like. But who can uproot and just leave everything like that? That's a hard thing to do. But that would have been the only thing that possibly could have saved her. And it's so sad. That's how the abuse starts. Exactly. Like, it just be like, and I could see, like, if you're dating somebody in high school where you thinking, oh, we always together, he a little jealous or whatever. But I mean, even then you got to be careful. I mean, that's just starting out. But when you get to 40s and 50s and all that, come on, man. Ain't nothing about that type of behavior means well. Nothing about it is good. This dude is totally insecure with himself. Probably got mommy and daddy issues, and there's nothing that you can fix. But yep, it definitely started that way though. And then if you the type of woman that like attention, it just don't work out though. If he laying hands on you, leave. I'm talking about top speed. Today, not yesterday. They like to threaten your family and all that stuff too, and have you all afraid to tell your daddy because they done told you they gonna take your daddy out and your whole family if you tell them and all this stuff, when they really hate their own mama. Now I'm talking about my cousin. But then we got October 12th, 2024. Williams was arrested for violating a no contact order. It's a piece of paper. He don't give a damn. He'll go sit them few days down that they gonna give him and be back out. So he was arrested for violating a no contact order. Yeah, get out matter. After Butts reported Williams would not stop trying to call her. Oh, she reported he wouldn't stop trying to calling a million dang on times. That's what they do. And a witness also reportedly told police they saw Williams banging on the door to her house. Let me see what it says. Upon arrival, I met with Shantay Butts. She said while she was sleeping, her ex-boyfriend, Little Mac, who she dated for 7 years, broke into her house and took her cell phone. Shantay said Little Mac began to fight her over her cell phone, pushing her back and forth. She continued to say that there is an active injunction order against Little. Little stated he has been living at Shantay's home, knowing he has an active order of no contact. Based on investigation, I determined probable cause exists to charge Little Williams. this little mess. That's the problem. I'm telling you, he got little man syndrome all the way around, probably. Little Williams, sounding like a damn infant or toddler, with one count of simple domestic battery. And Little was placed in custody and transported to just to be pissed off to get back out. Look, so that was October. Now we got November. According to the court records, Williams was arrested after Butts called 911 to report Williams broke into her house, stole her cell phone. Butts said he began to fight her forward and pushing her around. The felony charge of domestic battery was later changed to a misdemeanor. Williams pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 66 days in jail. That's it. So nothing is happening with this guy, man. Nothing. It started with playing at first. Yeah, usually start when they gonna be bad. Like they don't want you around your friends. They don't want you to hang out with your friends, and then they'll start telling you your friends is a hoe, and I don't want you to be around them. Like that's how you know you got a nut when you younger, okay? When they start trying to keep you from your friends, and then when you get older and they want to keep you from your family, your mama, your daddy can't call. They jealous of your brother and every man that's around you. Even your female friends, because he didn't told you that she's a hoe and he worried about you. It's just ridiculous. These type of guys, they don't change. They just like guys like Jarvis. Once they do that, they're tainted. They can't be helped. The ones that touch kids and hit on women, they can't be helped. It's in them. That's my opinion. I mean, the ones that hit on women, maybe they can change. I don't know. After they get old and can't swing no more, maybe. I don't know. What y'all think? But all of the stuff she went through is absolutely ridiculous. And then, I mean, so getting to 2025, we are July 5th. Now, ultimately, she lost her life on the 11th. So let's get here. And I skipped some stuff because I don't have all day. But on July 5th, 2025, PBCSO responded to an aggravated stalking call for service. Court records show the victim, Butts, told deputies Williams showed up at her house on July 2nd, 2025, and began to bang on her bedroom window. She stated that Williams asked if she was missing her firearm and that he wanted to come inside. Wow. She refused. Oh, so he didn't came and took her weapon? And she refused she refused to let Williams inside her residence and told him to leave. Butts said Williams came back to her house on July 4th. Oh, he waited 2 days to come back? And he was banging on the doors and windows. She told deputies she was afraid, so she contacted law enforcement since Williams had already strangled her in July of 2024. That's crazy. I just pointed that out too, that it was in July July 9th, and now here we go. July. It's something about these months. And I was thinking about Jarvis when I said that. But according to court records, Butts said she and her son left while law enforcement was still in the area and headed to Kluwinski. I don't know. Houston, some area. She told deputies not long after she left that her Blink doorbell camera notified her that Williams, he was at the entrance of her home. And she got a record, of that because she got the Ring camera and it was up to probably 40 notifications or something, but we'll get to that. So she calls law enforcement. She was smart enough not to go home because she already knew what was what. She called law enforcement and relayed the information since Williams does not live in the home, but reportedly told deputies she stayed in the hotel that she had went to because she was afraid to go back home. According to the court records, Butts said she arrived at work later that night and was informed by several people that Williams was standing by the front gate looking inside the community. That's crazy. I mean, at this point, this dude don't care who see him or nothing. You looking in the inside. So he peeping in the windows and doors. This dude, man. The time wouldn't keep him away. Nothing would keep him away. She stated that, but she wasn't afraid to move on. She had moved on. She stated that she was outside and saw Williams standing directly across the street. Butts said she began receiving private phone calls to her cell phone. Of course, it was him, old bugaboo, old little bugaboo. And when she answered, she stated Williams told her that he was going to do something to her. That he was going to do something to her company at her home. Oh, what? So, if you don't let me take you out, I'm going to go to your house and take him out. Man, people be in a storm too. If I was dating somebody like this, that had a woman like this, first of all, I wouldn't be dating them. I'm just saying. But if I was, ain't no dang on way I'm gonna be at that woman's house. In that man's case, there's no way I'm gonna be sitting at a woman's house that got a crazy boyfriend, got a crazy ex. Hey, Yakia. Look, I had to ask you how to pronounce your name, and I noticed you changed it too. Yakia. When I see your name, I was thinking Yaki, like the hair. So I got you now. How you doing? Cheers, Eric. But yeah, this dude, shout out to TBZ in the building. This guy, shout out to Teresa driving and listening. That's what's up, fam. Man, yeah, I don't know if anybody has ever experienced anything like this. But usually the best thing to do is just disappear. Because it's hard to get, it really is hard to get rid of these people. And when you break up with them, you gotta mean it. You can't play with it, none of that. But even when you mean it, that ain't gonna stop them from, I had a stalker before. So I mean, when I'm speaking on this, it's from experience. It's from my cousin being not here no more for somebody that was like this type of person. I'm talking about, let me not go there. She called law enforcement and relayed the information since Williams does not live there. Butts reportedly told the deputy she stayed there. Okay, hold on. Let me find my spot. This dude standing across the street. So Butts said she began receiving private phone calls to her cell phone, and when she answered, she stated Williams told her that he was going to do something to the guy at her house. According to the probable cause statement, Butts called law enforcement to the scene and was told that there was nothing they could do for her since it was a public area. That's crazy to me. public area or not. He not supposed to be around her. Why is he by her job? That's crazy to me. That's not okay. Oh, it's a public place. He's allowed to be there. Wow. People are so crazy. Like, it was a case I was recently talking about. They went to the courthouse after they left out of court. The guy unalived her. Sitting in the car. These people, they can't be helped. So it says, according to the probable cause statement, Butts called law enforcement on the scene. They said it was nothing they could do because it was a public area. She said she did not go home, fearing that Williams was waiting for her at her residence. The next day, which was July 5th, Butts said she received several blink door camera notifications that Williams was at her front door, messing with her camera. Later that day, she said she finally went to her residence to grab something before heading back to work. And when she came back out a short time later, she observed Williams running towards her, yelling and cussing. Butts told deputies she was scared Williams would try to unalive her. So she ran to her vehicle, passenger side door, and jumped in, locking all the doors and windows. She said Williams began banging on her window, so she jumped in the driver's side door and reversed the vehicle when Williams then stood in front of her car, and she sped off, almost hitting him. And he didn't care. He was going to stand there. Wow. Butts said she drove straight to her job and called 911, which is when deputies issued a warrant for his arrest, and he was charged with aggravated stalking. That was on July 5th. So now here we are on July 11th. So if he was charged with aggravated stalking, why did July 11th happen? Okay. So just about 6 days after that incident took place, Butts was found shot to death. And then he was arrested. Yeah, we got him. We got him now. He did something. This is just so upsetting. According to the probable cause statement, Butts' children were home at the time, and her son was the person that called 911 because her kids were sitting there and they had to see this. Sickening. Disgusting. Okay, Nay. Yeah, somebody gonna go to jail. Something gotta give, man. Come on. And she had a weapon. She showed it to him. But you just heard him say, "Are you missing a weapon?" Why he at her door? So then so look, it says Butts provided me with multiple videos from the blink door camera, which showed the following. And this was on the 4th of July. The 4th of July, he should have been arrested. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's at her front door. Let me see. He's at her front door. He's messing with the blink door camera. The front door. He entered the residence. That's crazy. So look, it got all of these times. So from midnight, 12:28, all the way to 1:30 the next into that day, PM, he exits while no one is home. So 12:28, 12:32, 12:47, 12:52, 1:19, 1:21. All of this is in the AM. 3:39, 3:30, 3:41, 3:44. All of these, he's at her front door. 3:47, 3:50, 418, 424, 440, 509, 609. This is all at her front door. What are you trying to do? Dismantle some stuff? This is just sickness. And then it says Williams is standing at the front door, pushing the doorbell at 6:10. You know ain't nobody in there gonna open the door, or ain't nobody in there. 6:17, he's messing with the blink door camera. Other residents. 6:28, he is at the front door, pushing on the doorbell again. 6:33, he's messing with the camera. Just a loser. And let's see. So we got 6:28, 6:33, 6:42, 8:07. What, he took a nap or what? He's at the front door again. So from what was he doing from 6:42 to 8:07? And then it's okay. So at 8:07, it says he's at the front door to the residence, pushing on the doorbell. And then at 1:22 in the afternoon, Williams enters the unlocked front door to Butts' residence and exits holding a bottle of soda while no one is home. So he did all that to get a bottle of pop out of the refrigerator. Whoa, this is crazy. And then at 1:24, Williams enters the unlocked door to Butts' residence. At 1:25, he exits the home while no one is there. And at 1:30, he exits the home while no one's there. Man, she was smart not to go back home. But he was determined to take her out. He was determined. Wasn't nobody gonna stop this dude from doing what he wanted to do. So all of that was on the 4th, and then so she didn't come home at all. The next day, he was somewhere waiting on her. Talking about he did all that the day before, and she knew that he was doing that. There's just no way I would have even went home by myself at that point. But this is all his fault, man, and it's sad. But I'm gonna leave it at that. Justice for Shantay. And little Mac deserve exactly whatever he get in the joint. Ain't no way no one will be bothering me this much. Man, listen. He would have been a Smokey. Because, I mean, really, she could have set it up that way. But, you know, most people don't want to have to take a life. You know, she had a weapon. She had a weapon. He knew she had a weapon, and somehow he got in there and took her weapon because he asked her about it. So I don't know when this video was, but I'm going to play this, and then we're going to go on to the next one.
Don't touch me, little man. Move, get back. Come on, that. Get back. Move, bro. Move, get back. Get back. No, I'm not. Get back. Please move from my car, bro. Move, little man. Please move. Oh, you on that? Move, little man. Move. Get my door, please. Get my door. All right.
Okay, so we're gonna get into our girl Naziah Harris. Let me see what y'all saying. Let me do this right quick. I need to put some stuff in here too.
Are you a true crime sleuth looking to binge watch great content? Come on into my channel where I have a variety of videos, shorts, live streams, podcasts, playlists, members only videos, and also we have Posts. Posts is a place where I share upcoming live streams, videos, calls to action, polls, quizzes, pictures, and ongoing conversations. Stand out and become a member with badges and special members emojis. Thank you for your like and subscription. Are you
Jarvis Butts is one sick individual because he ain't the only one who know where that girl at. And everybody knew, everybody around them knew that little girl had no protection. And those text messages, gang, disgusting. Disgusting. Everybody around that little girl failed her. The whole village. But like I said, that dude Jarvis, he needs to be thrown in the wood chipper. And something needs to happen to those women as well. The auntie, the mama, all them, because they all knew. I don't give a damn what none of y'all say. Y'all can make it seem like this man acted alone, but he didn't. All them need to go down. And all of them know where that little girl is. I don't care how sad they trying to play. Jarvis Butts is one sick individual.
We definitely, totally, completely agree with that. He is definitely a sicko. Shout out to everybody in the building. Welcome in, Miss T. Thank you for dropping in. She said, greetings to everyone in the chat. Too much demonic things are happening. Exactly, Sherry. Hey, Queen, Miss T said. Ain't no way nobody will be bothering me. Okay, I seen that. Welcome in, April. How you doing? So yeah, when I had first seen this video of them dancing, and it was a song talking about something about somebody got a big butt and I want to touch it or something. I hadn't even heard the dang on song. Y'all probably heard the song, but I just felt like it was inappropriate to be doing that with your daughter and your niece with your tongue hanging all out. But I also pictured Naziah in the middle a long time ago. And she's the one that's, yeah, look at her. So y'all know some information has surfaced with Shannon, and a girl had walked up on him, a lady walked up on him while they sitting in the car on their way. Looked like I heard the girl say that they put up and Marquita and her was just getting in the car or whatever. So it looked like they caught Marquita tying her shoe up. Shannon was sitting in the car just looking kind of lost. Shout out to the person that did get this conversation with them. But I just think they are, if they don't know these people, why would you open up to some strangers like that? Why would you say anything? You know what I'm saying? Because some of the things that was said is contradicting some of the things that's already been said. Okay? It just don't make no sense to me. But the things that I was interested in as far as the conversation was really just what they had to say, because I don't believe everything I hear, and unless I hear it myself, you know, it's kind of hard for me to present it as facts. But this female allegedly, her name is Cash, I guess she allegedly drove from Atlanta. But I also thought that I heard her say that she was from Detroit originally, but then that got contradicted. So I don't know. But anyway, that's just some thoughts off the top of my head. But hold on. Let me do this too, because I got to put something else in here. But in the meantime, let me go here.
How you doing? Fine, good. We came here from Georgia on a whole nother note. And I just wanted to ask you about the Naziah Harris case. How do you feel, if you don't mind?
We're not being rude.
I just feel like I'm a mother. I'm on your side. You the sister?
Yeah.
You're the mom?
Yeah. No.
How do you feel now that they're asking or they're blaming you for what's going on?
Can we ask you, are you recording?
I am. You don't want me to record? Okay, no, and I want you to watch me cut it off. How you doing? Fine.
Okay, so I do always notice just a couple interactions that I've seen with them. I noticed that Shannon follows Marquita. I noticed that when Mark D and them went, and I just noticed it just now because Shannon wasn't going to even say nothing about the phone until she sensed that Marquita was about to say something with the phone. So she kind of just finished her sentence or whatever. But yeah, what do y'all think about that interaction? I think it was pretty brave of the people that actually put up on her like that. Let me delete something so I can throw something else in here, y'all. Oh yeah, we can do that. Hold on.
All of this going on and stuff, she was thinking about moving already.
Away.
Well,
y'all neighbors be
no,
weird.
No,
Y'all neighbors be acting weird.
Yeah, but no,
now,
before all of this had already...
They probably know better.
Yeah, before all of this had already happened, my plans was already to move. I was supposed to move last year.
Yeah.
In 23, 28, in late 23.
And it make you just want to move in silence because everything you do, they gonna twist. They gonna twist. They gonna manipulate it.
That it, you know, that it hurts my heart that they keep saying my daughter was the 11-year-old girl that had got moved by her dad.
Oh, wow.
So they just made some old
it was
I
hope y'all don't be reading that stuff.
Baby, we don't look.
I wouldn't read that
Baby,
shit.
no, it's like everything that what people's like, I got my friends, they be, sending me this.
Right.
And like, look at this shit. And I'm like, just
Cause
let
look,
them
even
be
if
detective.
y'all gotta think about it like this, even if it did go a whole nother way, you know what I'm saying? They gonna blame y'all for whatever way it went.
I mean,
whatever way it went, they gonna say something bad.
Really,
they gonna say something.
So do you believe that he did it, like kill her?
With all the evidence and stuff, I'm looking at he brought. See, the other baby mama, I didn't even know that he had a baby mama on the west side. Right. All of this going on is.
Okay, now that they did not answer that last question. And she switched the conversation very oddly, unless, see, I'm not looking at their face, so I don't know which one of them is talking. I don't know if one interrupted the other and they just started talking about something else, but that didn't go together. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to put something else in here. Wait a minute, did I already?
All of this going on and stuff, she was thinking about moving already.
Away. Y'all neighbors be weird.
Y'all
neighbors be acting weird.
Yeah, but
now,
before all of this had already...
They probably know better.
Yeah, before all of this had already happened, my plans was already to move. I was supposed to move last year.
Yeah.
In 23, 28, in late 23.
And it make you just want to move in silence because everything you do, they gonna twist. They gonna twist. They gonna manipulate it.
That it hurts my heart that they...
Now, she just said I was supposed to move last year, and then she said 23. So when Shannon said she got pregnant, was it 23 or 24? See, it would be nice to know when they actually recorded this stuff, because I don't know. But I do know that was Marquita that I do believe that said that, because I remember Dre saying that they had moved. They moved at the same time around the same time that they moved down the street. So I'm not sure exactly when she recorded this, but I'm gonna let this play.
All of this going on and stuff, she was thinking about moving already.
Away. Y'all neighbors be weird. Y'all neighbors be acting weird.
Yeah, but
now,
before all of this had already...
They probably know better.
Yeah, before all of this had already happened, my plans was already to move. I was supposed to move last year.
Yeah.
In 23, 28, in late 23.
And it make you just want to move in silence because everything you do, they gonna twist. They gonna twist. They gonna manipulate it.
That it hurts my heart that they keep saying my daughter was the 11-year-old girl that had got murdered by her dad. It wasn't my daughter.
Oh, wow. So they just made some whole
No,
shit.
it wasn't
Creating
her.
their own
I hope y'all don't
narrative.
be reading that stuff.
Baby, we don't look.
I wouldn't read
Baby,
that
no,
shit.
it's like everything that would people's like. I got my friends, they be sending me this.
Right.
And like, look at this shit. And I'm like, just
Cause
let
look,
them
even
be
if
detective.
y'all gotta think about it like this, even if it did go a whole nother way, you know what I'm saying? They gonna blame y'all for whatever way it went.
I mean, what
whatever way it
people
went,
don't-
they gonna
what
say
people
something
don't
bad.
really,
They gonna say something.
So do you believe that he did it? Like, kill her?
With all the evidence and stuff, I'm looking at he brought. See, the other baby mama, I didn't even know that he had a baby mama on the west side. Right. All of this.
Do y'all see how they cut in on that when she was trying to? Do you think that he did this and then they jumped in talking about the other baby mama? So that makes me think one twin was talking and the other one butted in like, don't answer that question. Like, that don't even make sense to me how they butted in like that or changed the subject. And then she said that wasn't, it break her heart or hurt her heart that people saying that it was her daughter, the 11-year-old, but she's saying it wasn't her daughter. It was it was his other kid. So is that better? Neither one of them is good. And we know everybody was tampered with or tested. You see what I'm saying? Wasn't nobody safe around this dude, and everybody knew it. They knew it. It wasn't no mystery. I wonder what she was finna say, because she said he bought, and then the subject changed. That's crazy how they changed it, ain't it? It was just like, hold on now, we ain't gonna answer that one. Shout out to Strength from Within. How you doing, fam? That's crazy. So I heard not my daughter, and she was saying something about friends send her stuff, like when people are talking mess, somebody is letting her know every time somebody is talking about them. And then she said people don't something, and it's just like they was talking over them. You couldn't get it out. I don't even know why they was doing all this talking. That's crazy. But I did hear the girl say that she recognized it and wished that they wouldn't have been talking over them, or her friend, she said, was talking over them. And another thing I just find odd is that the friends are not talking. Like, y'all did this together and then all of a sudden y'all not talking. So did they do this I did hear her say that she did this in 25. She did this in 2025. But y'all just heard Marquita say last year, and she said 2023. But we do know that Shannon was pregnant. We do know that she was already pregnant and all of that stuff, because if you go back to the beginning, when her family, Jernell and Kiwana, went on the advocacy channel, Jernell talked about it on that channel, saying that Shannon would have had 6 kids and she had a miscarriage or whatever, or she lost one. So that actually, the advocate channel that they were on was actually the same day of the preliminary hearing. And another thing that I was looking at with this is that I remember somebody telling me that they were doing construction around the same time that Naziah, somewhere around the time that Naziah went missing. Now, I know that the lady said, the one that's Cash said that she recorded this in 2025. So I am curious to know, what were they doing? It looked like they was doing some type of construction, but the person has said that they had the streets tore up. And they could have did something slick with that. But I don't know. Another thing that I noticed is they had went into the store and they were talking to the guy that works in the store. I don't know if I think it did. Yeah. Dang, where's my other thing? Hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm back. Okay, let me go here. My screen is still jacked up, y'all. It look infrared. My screen looks infrared. So annoying. But I can see it on my device, on my phone. See, Marquita's tying her shoe down there, look like. And Shannon is just looking thoroughly confused. Yet she told them all kind of information. Like, that don't make sense to me. You know, I know that Jarvis has a type. And it is that you be, you know, a little slow motion. Look. See, she telling her she don't want her to record. Okay, let me go to this other video. Wait, let me see what y'all saying first. Why would Shannon open up to a stranger? No, exactly. That's what I'm trying to figure out. But I remember, who was it? Okay, like Roxy had pointed out that Shannon literally posted the morning prayer on her page. You know what I'm saying? So it's like she lacked common sense, right? Because Roxy even was like an old numbnut, freaking, what's her dang name? Shannon put it on there. She put it on Facebook. Knowing your mama cussing like a sailor, but you want to present it like, oh, look at us. We do this every morning before the kids go to school. She just, and then Jernell said that she called her and told her about what Jarvis did to the little girl downstairs, and she said, what you calling me for? Did you call the police? Like, is he still there? Is he still living or whatever? So yeah, I think it's a little blur there, you know, where the common sense is supposed to be at. Shannon, you're sick. You knew he was a top tier, exactly. Tier 3. You didn't about yourself, nor the baby girl. You're disgusting. Look at her. No, ma'am, you can't record. It was only after her sister said it, though. After she knew her sister was about to say it. Okay, let me play this one.
Cool ass nigga, like you pull up, you want to smoke. Just was most definitely never seen no type of this side of him. What person, what man or woman inside their right mind is gonna say, "Hey, I'm pedophile"? Yeah, still dating? No.
Okay, now I gotta stop it already because she already lying. Like, first of all, on Mark D channel, we do remember that Shannon said that Jarvis told her. He told her. And if society can give him another chance, so can she, right? So now she's sitting up here acting like she didn't know. Talking about ain't nobody in their right mind gonna tell you. Ma'am, your story is changing. BFF in chat. Hey, BFF. Wait a minute. She handed them babies to that sick man. Exactly. She approved it all. Everything came through them. Naziah didn't do nothing without getting permission, and they allowed it. Period. Point blank. That's what they did.
Cool ass nigga, like you pull up, you want to smoke. Just was most definitely never seen no type of this side of him. What person, what man or woman inside their right mind is gonna say, "Hey, I'm pedophile"? Yeah, still dating? Nobody is going to say, to come out and let me and say, "Oh, I'm this, I'm that." You know what I'm saying? And like when I first met his sister, I reached out to her on Facebook. The first time she ever seen my daughter, my first child, when my daughter was 9 months.
You got
old.
some pretty ass kids. You and him ain't got no kids together?
Who?
You and Jarvis?
No, all 5 of my kids belong to him.
Damn.
All 5 of them.
Damn.
All 5. And people keep saying it's like, oh, I'm not showing.
I feel like the sister,
no emotions. How can you? If I lost the baby before I even knew my own daughter, my own niece was gone. I was pregnant around the same time. I lost my baby last year. May 4th. So how I'm still grieving. So how can you tell someone?
So you lost your baby. That's crazy.
I would have. So,
but everybody grieve different too. So that people can't push up on you and expect you to just be crying at them.
So y'all having it funeral or any memorial or anything?
My mom is not doing anything until she gets something inside her hand saying she got a death certificate. She's not doing anything. And then
another thing, have y'all found any clues besides the school ID and stuff like that?
No. Or do y'all feel like where do y'all even start type shit?
And that's the thing.
Where do you
start besides we don't know.
Besides the areas that she been in, the 3-mile park around with her friends.
That's it.
Right.
Like
where else? It could be anywhere.
Because Naziah, like y'all mother, we're mother. Our kids is on during the week. They on an I-10 bike team. You wanna come home, do your homework. That's it. On the weekend, on the weekend, you got a little bit more wiggle room to do whatever you want to do. Cool ass nigga.
She said that same thing on Mark D show. I don't know what she's saying though. High 10 by 10. I don't know what she's saying, but she said that on Mark D show. Of course, what sticks out to me, she talking about a death certificate. Her mother ain't gonna do nothing unless she got a death certificate. I do wonder if I do know, like, as far as collecting insurance money, they definitely need to be declared deceased, and you need that certificate. So I do wonder if she had her covered under life insurance. I do wonder that. I mean, if I had to guess, I would say yeah. I would think that Annette would have all those T's crossed and I's dotted on that. Please keep the thumbs up going up. Yes, thank y'all so much for everybody that's hitting the thumbs up. And shout out to my sleuths on the replay. Please help us get to 1,000 thumbs up. That is our goal, y'all. We want to see 1,000 thumbs up. Yeah, so that part about the niece, make that make sense, okay? How can I grieve when I'm still grieving my child? So, okay. If that's the case, if we are to believe what she's saying, like she was grieving, then that would mean that she lost her child before Naziah went missing. And that would mean it would have had to been 2023. Unless you still grieving from 2023. That don't make sense. So I'm confused on when did she lose this pregnancy? Was it 2024 or 2023? We know that Naziah went missing the first month of 2024. So it would have had to been in 2023, y'all, that she was pregnant. That Shannon was pregnant. If she was still grieving, she was still grieving to the point that she couldn't grieve her niece. So does that mean she blamed her niece for what happened? Because who said you can only grieve one person at a time? Have y'all ever heard that? Have you ever heard that you got to wait until you're done grieving one person before you can grieve someone else? So proud to say she connected to that man. Ain't she? All 5 of them. All 5 of my kids by him. And it means absolutely nothing. How many of them is he taking care of? None of them. Besides his freaking way of taking care of them. Just to have a man around. I mean, you see how they look. Just ridiculous, man. Just to have a man around. She could have got a man better than that. She didn't care. I mean, what was most important to her was that man. Shout out to Too Blessed to Be Stressed in the building. How you doing, fam? Shout out to all the members, the moderators, the subscribers, the everybody. Thank y'all for being here. Yup, and she still wanted to deal with him. Exactly. She wore that like a badge of honor. I have 5 kids. All 5 of them is his. Yeah. But he don't want me. He want the kids. Like, girl, make it make sense. Make it make sense. And the twin was sitting there too with the blue hoodie on her head while they getting cussed out before school and prayer. Exactly. So you sit up there and posted that on Facebook like that was a good look. That's what I'm saying. They lack common sense because there is no way I would be talking to some strangers like that. And I mean, I'm presenting it as if what the female Cash said. She said she don't know them, and she said they not friends or whatever. She just put up on her. So I'm okay. Let's say that's true. You gonna sit up here and tell them and then hang out with them and all of that stuff they said they did? That's crazy to me. That's crazy. And I'm thinking, y'all, that because of the way Shannon said that, and I should have put that in there by itself, but I think it was 2023 that she lost the baby. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? LOL, yeah, she may be a little slow. That's exactly. That's his type. That's his type. It's a requirement. Exactly. I'm so made I mixed up my words. You so mad you mixed up your words? I don't think Jarvis either could have sent that girl or Shannon. And then, I don't know. I think Jarvis either could have sent that girl or Shannon and then know them because they seem so comfortable talking to them about all these topics. Yeah, but I mean, I gotta go back to what Janelle said when she was like, well, she told a neighbor some crazy stuff about something like that happening, and a neighbor called her or somebody called her because she said she told one of my friends or she told somebody and they called me and told me. And so yeah, she just lacked common sense for sure. Shannon, you know Jarvis had a baby on the west side. That was so crazy too. And Shannon knew darn Oompa Loompa line. And look, they said if nobody knows what Jarvis is doing, she knows what Jarvis is doing. So yeah, I wonder about the death certificate. And also I heard Marquita say that Naziah hangs out at a park called 3 Mile Park with her friends. I heard her say that. Let me pull that up. Hopefully y'all can see it. I can't. I can see it on the other side. Let's see if it pop up over here. Okay. So the 3 Mile Park it just take 4 steps to get there. So right here, we on their street. We on Bedford. You go to Bedford and make a right. Wait, why it look like we backwards? Yeah, because we are. We coming from that other direction. So you'll turn left towards 3 Mile is the second step. And this is the third step. But I guess, let me go back. Well, that's their street. We already know what that is. So she says she goes to the park. What, they had us going through a cut or something? Oh no, that's a street. Or is that an alley? This is an alley. They got us coming off an alley. And then this is the park right here. And you could clearly see, you could see that sign before I even. So it's like it's stuff on every corner, like because I see stuff there. It's like picnic tables over there or something. Play stuff. I guess. Let me look. Yep. That look like exercise bikes or something to me, or something. I don't know. It looked weird. But this is the park right here, though. It's called a 3 Mile, which I mean, it's called a 3 Mile Moonage Park. So that would be the park that she was talking about. Did y'all hear her say that? Yeah. What is that? Because it looked like this other thing, but it's not. It looked like the same type of design. Oh, shoot. So, I mean, what's at this park? I mean, where is the park? Like, this is where it took me, but I don't see nothing going on here. What kind of park is this? Do y'all see a park? This look like a meetup spot. To get into some trouble. It looked like park stuff down there, though. Let me see. Why it take me to that? Okay, so this park. I guess. It's on 3 Mile. Let me see what y'all saying. I remember that. Yep, she was. Hold on. Hey, Miss V, I'm good, hon, and you? Glad to catch you live. This case is so wild and sad. It really is. I'm happy you called me live, too. Good seeing you. It's always something going on with this case. Made me so mad. LOL, we couldn't even really hear Shannon. I know, right? Like, dang, that is annoying. Like, girl, why are you talking when she's talking? We only want to hear what she said, what they saying. And so I know that y'all heard all the other stuff. Like, I really wasn't that much interested in everything. I was just interested in what may have come out of their mouth. And once Naziah started acting like she wanted to keep it, she snapped. Now, I don't think I heard her say that part. The girl said Shannon and Naziah was pregnant at the same time, and Shannon acted like she was gonna abort hers to get a hold of pills. Yes, now I did hear something about that. 2 to the mouth and 2 to the bottom, but I didn't hear her say that. I didn't hear that come out of Shannon's mouth. I heard the cash lady say it. And I think that the only thing that came out of her mouth is what I just played here. I'm gonna play it one more time, y'all. And I got some more stuff. Hold on.
Cool ass nigga, like pull up, you want to smoke, just was most definitely never like, seen no type of this side of him. What person, what man or woman inside their right mind is gonna say, "Hey, I'm pedophile"? You still date me? Nobody is gonna say to come out and let me and say, "Oh, I'm this, I'm that." You know what I'm saying? And like when I first met his sister. I reached out to her on Facebook. She is the first time she ever seen my daughter, my first child, when my daughter was 9 months.
You got some pretty ass kids.
You
and him ain't got no kids together?
Who?
You and Jarvis?
All 5 of my kids belong to him.
Damn.
All 5 of them.
Damn.
All 5. And people keep saying it's like, oh, I'm not showing.
I feel like the sister,
no emotion. How can you? If I lost the baby before I even knew my own daughter, my own niece was gone. I was pregnant around the same time. I lost my baby last year.
That would have had to been 2023, y'all. She said before she even knew she was missing. That was 2023, just like Marquita said it was 2023 when she was gonna be moving. And then she started mentioning Jarvis's sister meeting her daughter at 9 months. I happen to be looking on looking around, and I seen I seen pictures of her sister when she first seen the little girl. And I also ran across posts that Shannon was sending to the sister. Like she was taking pictures of the little girl and tagging the auntie. Like she was really kind of like thirsty to be a part of the family. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the vibes that it was getting, because she would like take a picture and then tag the auntie. And we see the picture of her when she came to visit. But I do wonder, what was she about to say? We didn't get that. We don't know what she was about to say. And one thing I noticed, when they went into the store, they talked to this guy. To me, he looked like somebody.
Did you know Naziah Harris?
Was you here? Was y'all here when Naziah Harris?
Did you know about her?
When the car wash was open? When the car place was open. Remember it was open? How long has it been shut down? Long time? Long time?
For real, like when?
A year, 2 years?
He said they open a couple hours and they close.
Okay, thank you.
Did you know Naziah?
He said they open a couple hours and then they close. Like, that's a good way to not answer questions. Act like you don't speak or no English and don't know what the hell they talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, he actually looked like Frank to me. Now, I ain't saying it is Frank, but he definitely looked like Frank to me. I'm gonna play it again, and I thought I put it in here differently, but I guess I didn't. Let's see. Oh shoot, is that? I'm gonna play it again. Do y'all remember what Frank looked like? Dang, I need to move some of this stuff. Hold on, let's do. So this is a picture of Jarvis when the baby was probably 6 to 9 months. Since we just heard her say that about his sister. This is the same time, around the time when he got pulled over by the cops too, with a baby. It's just so wild. So let me go through this right quick, because I want to get rid of some stuff. So I happen to be looking around, and I came across some stuff that Kenya had posted in 2023, which would be the same year that Shannon would have lost that baby, because ain't no way it would have been before Naziah went missing, because of what she just said. I mean, if we are to believe what just came out of her mouth. So y'all see the date, and I thought the date was very interesting, because this date is, I mean, just like I was just talking about Shantay, the girl, the lady we were just talking about, how she had called the police last year around the same time. Now we looking at January 7th, 2023. Mean a couple things. I'm hearing some rumors of people saying that it happened on January 7th or something. Something happened to her on January 7th or the 8th or something, right? But not only that, she came up missing January 9th, all in 2024. But in January 7th of 2023, Kenya posted this. Individuals that protect child Chesters and frighten their own children to not tell the truth is an absolute disgrace. And not only that, and still allow him to be around is sickening. That was January 7th, 2023, a whole year and just shy of 2 days before she went missing, actually. never to be seen again. So when Shannon's sitting up here talking about who tells that and who knows that and all that, she knew in 2022 when those reports came out. She knew then. And if she forgot then, she was reminded again in 2023 when they having these arguments on social media. She knew. The family knows because it's, you know, this has been in the family for a while. I mean, they might, like I said before, they might not have known that this stuff was still happening, but they definitely know they family. I've been through this. Restraining orders does nothing. It absolutely did nothing to save her. Shout out to Debo. So sad. It does nothing. It's a piece of freaking paper. The only thing you can do is run for your life, leave town or something, you know? I remember my cousin was talking about that because she had just graduated nursing school. And she was talking about being a traveling nurse. And she was thinking about going to Atlanta. I didn't know why she was saying that. I didn't even know that she was going through it because she kept it from her family. She kept it from us. But she told friends and stuff. And I don't know if she even got to that place where she had restraining orders on this guy. But it's messed up, you know? Especially when you got kids involved. I thank God the kids were not there when it happened to my cousin. And oddly enough, they are with the same people that they were with that day. One was with their father, and the other one was with the grandmother, and that's where they remain. Can you do a protest so that we can have Obama locked up? What the hell am I putting on my screen? Goodness. Boy, I have to look at these comments before I just do that. I think they are in it to get a bag. It definitely is about a bag. Definitely. I truly believe it's all about the money. She's lying. She's on her page with the baby. Yes, she was. Wait, who's lying? Who if she didn't? Oh, wait, who if she didn't know, did not know? Then would they be talking to, telling all their business? I think they planned this together. Ain't no way she talking all freely unless she's slow like Jarvis type. You know, I gotta say that because she clearly Shannon looked thoroughly confused when the girl walked up, but I don't know none of these people. Yes, the boyfriend was talking way too much, like let her answer. Oh, the best friend. Yes, absolutely. I know Shannon and Annette and more of the family be watching people platform. They be throwing distractions all around. They don't seem to mess with me though. They don't mess with me. Like Kenya said, somebody told her about my channel. She didn't know about my channel. I guess I'm shocked. I mean, I'm shocked that she didn't know. Somebody directed her over here. Too blessed. You can text if it to her. Oh, did you want to say something, Too blessed? Oh, can you let her know? I guess she can't see my question. Oh, my bad, Too blessed. I just don't be looking. I don't be looking at the chat. I be looking at everything else because I be looking up stuff. I be reading stuff on my other device. And I seen what you said, but I don't think we seen it. BRB. Does anybody see my comments about the fake evangelist got an insurance policy on Naziah? What? He got an insurance policy on Naziah? You gotta be kidding me. Like, what? Why would he have an insurance policy on her? Why would Annette even allow anybody else to have insurance policy on her? That's odd. And Vari? I don't believe nothing them people say. See, I'm from the show me state. I don't believe what people say. You got to show me, baby. You got to show me proof. That's what he said. That's what he said. My mom was on the floor. Girl, you got to be bull crapping me. He need to show us some paperwork. Somebody need to call him and ask him to show the paperwork if he got insurance on her. Because he should be the one looking for the death certificate then. Because that's why Annette ain't gonna do nothing without it. Because she ain't gonna get that insurance money without it. That's crazy. Thank you for that too, Bless. Nobody did not see your comment. I wouldn't doubt it, Miss V. Y'all, thank y'all so much for hitting the thumbs up. I appreciate it. 85 likes. Yes, can help us get to 1,000 thumbs up for the replay sleuths. We definitely want to get to at least 100. Like, y'all, come on now. Come on now, we can do it. We could have been did it. Yep, 2023. Okay, that's what I thought. Because of the way that she worded it is why I'm thinking 2023. Like, I'm still grieving. How can I grieve my niece? What? However she said it, it makes absolutely no sense. None. But look at us though, y'all. Dang near the same time the year before they arguing about this, and the same thing that they're arguing about is the same reason why Naziah is no longer here. Unresolved from 2022. And we got Shannon sitting up here lying. Like, girl, she was lying to that woman she was talking to. And then all of these messages that I'm showing is from Kenya from the same day. She was arguing with them back and forth, but I didn't see any comments or anything. I got more, so type some more ish to me. Him offering them money, that was confirmed today. I talked to the little girl. So she talked to the little girl. So this is the one, this is from that birthday party that they talking about. And the little girl was a family member. Yeah. It was Annette's sister's child or something. That's what I'm remembering they were saying. What? I'm like, so I'm not sure who she was talking to, but they was going back and forth. If only they would have did something about this then. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy that CPS just nothing. Let's just make all kind of mistakes. I don't care what nobody say. I don't believe nobody can mess up that much. I don't. Shout out to John. What the F? That is wrong. It's all wrong, John. He said he would have to remove it if they don't find her. What? He was talking about that like that? Man, I would love to know if that is true. Like, if he got it, surely he could show it. I don't see, but hey, him and Annette been down for a long time, because I ran across a post on her page where she was she was tagging him. I think it was in 2014. It happened to be a birthday post or something. But still, to have insurance on a child in my house, I think not. Who are you? Yeah, I need receipts. I'm motivated by receipts. I'm like I said, I'm from the show me state. I don't listen to words, man. Words is nothing. Just words. Show me. Prove it. Prove it. Period. because it ain't hard to prove. And then let's see. I'll be at your church, Annette, to tell them how you threaten all the girls to not say a word to anyone. Now, I remember when Kenya called in, she had mentioned that she had mentioned something about going to the church and telling, and Kiwana was like, I don't know what you going there for. You know she's sleeping with the pastor. I bet you this was that conversation that Kenya was talking about. I bet you. So was she talking to Annette on the phone or what? Nah, I think she probably was arguing with one of the twins, but talking about Annette because Annette sit back like she is holier than thou. And like her hands is clean when she got everything to do with this. She is the madam. She can't convince me she ain't. Allegedly. I'ma still say allegedly. But yeah, so that's what I believe happened there. And then we got this one. For the book, I have never ever talked or said anything about anyone else in the family being GAY. That one is dead. Like, so who was she talking about? Florentino? I'm not sure because he ain't the only one. Hell, if we are to believe what the cousin said, then we got Shannon and Marquita that and Lady that rock that way. And Roxy, but she ain't in the household. But I'm just saying. So I wonder who was she talking about? And then something else that I heard Kenya say. Y'all know I had reached out to the guy that recorded the evidence or whatnot, and he wanted money. And I heard Kenya say that the guy that found her shoe, he also was the same guy that had recorded the video talking about, do you hear her? She just said that she in the basement, or she just said something. And I'm like, what? That was him too? Are you serious? I didn't know that, but I do have that. Hold on, y'all. I'm also distracted right quick. Such a lame right here. That's probably what I should be. Hold on, y'all. Marquita looked like she was hiding back there. Oh, that's what I was doing, but I don't think I cropped it. Okay, hold on. I be doing all kind of stuff, y'all. If I don't see your comment, just know that I'm not ignoring you. It's just that I be doing a lot of stuff up here, and then I try to go back and look at them. But where's that one video that I had? What is this? No, we don't want to go there. What is this? Oh, that's it. That's it. Hold on. Let me move this. Oh, I guess that overrode it. Hold on. But I'm going to still move this. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, this is old Little Mac in his doing all this stalking. This her trying to live her life, and here he go. This is a picture of her. This was her obituary that I was just looking at. Shantay Butts, we were talking about her earlier. And then we have Shaves Adams. That's a different name. Shaves Adams. I've never heard of that name. Okay, let me move this.
You big dummy. You big dummy.
I truly believe that's them. You know, Shannon, them just talking to complete strangers. They gonna talk themselves right into prison.
She said she's right here. I hear the scream. She in the basement. Huh? She in the basement. She said, I'm right here in the basement. I don't know. Right here. She said, I'm right here in the basement. I'm hearing her. I'm in the
basement. So Kenya said that was this guy also. Now, I just want to say that I seen this video. I have been seeing this video, but I didn't believe it. So I don't share stuff that's stupid to me, right? So I'm just like, man, I'm not about to. And then I heard her say that on another show. And I'm like, wait, what? So you mean to tell me this dude is the same dude that we are to believe the evidence that he collected or placed or took a picture of or whatever, right? That don't make no sense to me. Unless you had something to do with putting them there. I don't know. It's a little off. Dang, did I? Hold on. Oh, I'm in the wrong spot. That's why I don't see it. Oh, and then this is where they found the guy at. So I'm gonna move that one. So y'all see that mess? The guy that recorded the evidence that was clout chasing, that asked me for $100 and $50 for 10 minutes to talk to him. Welcome in, Felina. How you doing? Yeah, justice for Naziah. He didn't have insurance on them. They were beneficiaries on his policy. Oh, that's what he said. That's what he said. Right after or before he said he ain't got food to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't got nothing to leave them as far as a beneficiary. They would actually have a headache being his beneficiary. That's what I think. But that don't even make sense, but it would make more sense than a net allowing him to profit off of them in any kind of way. So thank you for that. Either way is crazy. Please smack the thumbs up if you haven't got a chance to, and also subscribe to the channel. Share us out too, y'all. I believe this to cause when mad day comes for whoever trust and lies start leaking. Okay, Too Blessed says she need receipts. Baby girl been gone. Yep. And this is what makes me think Naziah been missing since November of 2023. Naziah hasn't actually been on her account since November 23. Makes me wonder why they keep saying we behind. November. Well, I mean, only reason why I can't go with none of the things happening prior to when they said it is because of the fact that she was in school on the 9th, if we are to believe that. And I have to go by what they going by in court. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going by, what they saying in court. And if we go by what they saying in court, she was in school on the 9th. They put her present on the 10th and all of that good stuff. And then the last time I was live, I actually put up a calendar that came from the school showing that she was on school winter break. She was on Christmas break from like the 23rd of December all the way until the 7th was was it the 8th? The 7th, I think, was the first day back. No, the 8th was the first day back. Whatever day that Monday was, I ain't looking at the calendar now. But okay, yeah, the 8th was the first day back. That was a Monday. The 7th would have been a Sunday then. And then she went missing that day. Straight off a Christmas break. So I just wonder what that break was like. Because prior to my last live, I didn't consider the break at all. It hadn't even crossed my mind. I hadn't even thought about it, right? But one thing I did think about is that if she was on the break and if people didn't know she was pregnant, they definitely would have known then, because you can't hide forever. You can't hide in when you're at home, like all day long. You just can't hide from a grandmother that line you up on the wall and look at everything that you got on, which is why they should have never got what she had on wrong, because she said in court that she followed the morning routine. That's why they asked her that. Did you follow that morning routine that day? Yes. So why don't you know what the heck she had on? Why are you saying she had on one thing and not what she actually did have on? It makes no sense, ma'am. They can't get their story straight. Don't even care to. Let's see. Okay, so do y'all remember what Frank looked like? Because this guy, he looks like Frank to me. I'm mad I didn't put the other one in there. I don't even think I slowed the thing. Let me see. That's what happens when I be rushing doing everything else. Nope, I didn't put it in here without the audio, but
Did you know Naziah Harris?
Was you here? Was y'all here when Naziah Harris?
Did you know about her?
When the car wash was open? When the car place was open. Remember it was open? How long has it been shut down? Long time? Long time?
For real, like when?
A year, 2 years?
Oh, he said they open a couple hours and they close.
Okay, thank you.
How you doing?
I mean, and it might not be him, but he do favor the guy. It could be a family member. One of the things that I wondered though is if I'm thinking that whoever owned that one part of it owned the whole thing, right? So I would think that Frank know. I'm not under. I mean, I would think that Frank owned the whole thing, but I don't know, y'all. I really don't know. But it just makes no sense that the people that works very close to that place don't know about Naziah. Hold on. This is one of the pictures I was talking about. This picture of him where he got his arms flared back like a sister girl. That's the one I was talking about that I hadn't seen, and you could see all of his buckies. You can see that he in the shop, look like he in the same one, both pictures. The picture with his arm up, his tongue looked disgusting, and it's a kid sitting sitting right there in the car that shouldn't be nowhere near this dude. But he was always somewhere near a child. Okay, so let me see what y'all saying. Do y'all remember what Frank looked like? Because I might have to put the picture in here. Hello, beautiful. Justice for Naziah. Yes, I think I've seen. Okay, I remember Miss V. I know what he looks like. Okay. I meant to so could you see that guy? Oh, here's a good picture. I'm about to put it in there. Maybe it ain't him, but maybe he related to him. He favors him a lot to me. But you know, these stores, they be having a family working in them. That's if Frank owned it. I would assume he do. If you're using one key to go into the place. As a matter of fact, let me put that in here. I mean, let me let that one play. Just when they are walking around the shop. Wait, where is it at? Let me do this again, y'all. Hold on.
How you doing? Good. We came here from Georgia on a whole nother note. And I just wanted to ask you about the Naziah Harris case. How do you feel, if you don't mind?
We're not being rude.
I just feel like I'm a mother. I'm on your side. You the sister?
Yeah.
You the mom?
Yeah. No.
How do you feel now that they're asking or they're blaming you for what's going on?
Can we ask you, are you recording?
I am. You don't want me to record? Okay,
No,
and I want you to watch me cut it off. How you doing?
She said, okay, I don't want you to watch me turn it off. That was funny.
All of this going on and stuff, she was thinking about moving already.
Away. Y'all neighbors be weird. My neighbors be acting weird.
Yeah, but no, before all of this had already...
They probably know better.
Yeah, before all of this had already happened, my plans was already to move. I was supposed to move last year.
Yeah.
In 23, 28, in late 23.
And it make you just want to move in silence because everything you do, they gonna twist. They gonna twist. They gonna make you like
that. That it hurts my heart that they keep saying my daughter was the 11-year-old girl that had got me by her dad. It wasn't my daughter.
Oh, wow. So they just made some hoes.
No, it was.
I hope y'all don't be reading that stuff.
Baby, we don't look.
I wouldn't read
baby,
that
no,
shit.
it's like everything that what people's like. I got my friends, they be, sending me this.
Right.
And like, look at this shit. And I'm like, just
because
let
look,
them
even
be
if y'all gotta think about it like this, even if it did go a whole nother way, you know what I'm saying? They gonna blame y'all for whatever way it went.
I mean, what
whatever way it went, they gonna say something bad.
Really,
they gonna say something.
So do you believe that he did it, like kill her?
With all the evidence and stuff, I'm looking at he brought the other baby mama. I didn't even know that he had a baby mama on the west side. Right. All of this.
Now that right there was so off, y'all. That was so off to butt in like that. And not answered the question. Okay, so I'm looking at it now, y'all. I can see that it's not Frank, but they damn sure do look like. I put the picture. I'm about to show y'all what I'm doing right quick. Hold on. But I'm gonna let this. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. They groomed Naziah to be a trick. Shannon is and was jealous of her. Yep, they definitely did. She was going to bring in some more money for him. That's what it was all about. I truly believe it just all about the money. This is how they live. They've been doing it for years, and they don't care. I believe it. And shout out to JJ. Welcome in. Thank you for coming in and dropping down in the chat.
Cool ass nigga, like you pull
like
up, you want to smoke.
He was
most definitely never seen no type of this side of him. What person, what man or woman inside their right mind is gonna say, "Hey, I'm a pedophile"? You still date me? Nobody is gonna say to come out and let me and say, "Oh, I'm this, I'm that." You know what I'm saying? And like when I first met his sister. I reached out to her on Facebook. She is the first time she ever seen my daughter, my first child, when my daughter was 9 months.
You got
old.
some pretty ass kids. You and him ain't got no kids together?
Who?
You and Jarvis?
No, all 5 of my kids belong to him.
Damn.
All 5 of them.
Damn.
All 5. And people keep saying it's like, oh, I'm not showing.
I feel like the sister.
No emotions. How can you? If I lost the baby before I even knew my own daughter, my own niece was gone. I was pregnant around the same time. I lost my baby last year, May 4th. So how? I'm still grieving. So how can you tell someone?
So you lost your baby? That's crazy.
I would have 6 kids. So,
but everybody grieve different too. So that people can't push up on you and expect you to just be crying at that.
So y'all having that funeral or any memorial or anything?
My mom is not doing anything until she gets something inside her hand saying she got a death certificate. She's not doing anything. And then
another thing, have y'all found any clues besides the school ID and stuff like that?
No.
Or do y'all feel like where do y'all even start type shit?
And that's the thing.
Where
do
you
start besides we don't know. Besides the areas that she been in, the 3-mile park around with her friends. That's it.
Right.
Like
where else? It could be anywhere.
Because Naziah, like y'all mother, we're mother. Our kids is on during the week. They on an I-10 bike team. You wanna come home, do your homework. That's it. On the weekend, on the weekend, you got a little bit more wiggle room to do whatever you want to do. Cool ass nigga, like you pull up, you want to.
You got a little more wiggle room or whatever she talking about. Hold on, I cannot believe this picture did not go in. Hold on, I'm still trying to show y'all this. And I got all kind of stuff in here. Do anybody want to call in and give your opinion about anything? Grieving Shannon, right. You grieving, but you didn't drop one tear for your niece. And you know what? Maybe, just maybe, she blamed Naziah for her losing her baby, and maybe that's why she can't grieve, because she was so insanely pissed off at her that she wasn't she was happy that she wasn't no longer here. That's the only reason why you wouldn't grieve a loved one, in my opinion. Could that have been it? Because I just showed what was going on in 2023. In January, they was arguing about what happened in 2022, right? Because that's when the CPS orders and all of that stuff was put out there. And Shannon could have been upset still about that stuff. I don't know. But what don't make sense to me, like, if they hated Naziah so much, if they mistreated her so much, then why do we have stuff like this? And then this other one, I think that's Shannon. I just think. And then this one I know is the one off to the side rubbing her hands. That's Marquita. I know that because Dre told me. And Dre is the one that walked by and put his hands up there. And somebody had put on the picture that's Jarvis in the back. That don't even look like Jarvis. It looked like Dre with the dreads and everything. And so that don't make sense to me. If if she had a miserable life at home and stuff like that, they wouldn't have that type of relationship. So I don't know. Everything is off. I think that the things that they were doing was Naziah's norm. It was wrong to everybody else. But see, that's why they didn't let her go anywhere. That's why they didn't let her spend a night over nobody's house or anything like that. And they just kept her at home so she could keep that being her norm. Because she didn't seem to have a problem with them. We needed to know that, Johnny Appleseed. The hell? Boy, I tell you, you trolls. Hit the like button, Johnny. Hit the damn like button. Share me out too, you know. Home and shop. Exactly. Home and shop. I did not mean to click on that. Naziah was so pretty. That stinking Shannon was so jealous of that baby. Exactly. Exactly. She definitely had to be salty, jealous. He didn't want her, and she knew it. She knew what his appetite was. Like, I mean, come on. Oh, did I put that picture in here yet? Hold on. I think it did finally go in. So that guy does favor him, but you can tell that that's not him, right? But they definitely favor. But you know, black hair, the beard, they could be family. They could be family. Okay, what y'all think? That is Frank, the guy that owned the shops that they were working at, for anybody that don't know. But when I seen that guy, I was like, is that Frank? They stick together. They absolutely do. Yep. Shoot. They stick together so much. I used to work for them, and I used to work at a carryout too, and they you know, good people, cool people that I work for. But yeah, they literally send their money back home, and then after the 5 years is up with the tax free or whatever they deals they had going on, they will send for another family member and put the business in their name, and then they never pay taxes. And then you know they would save up their money too, live together, whatever, if they need to make sure everybody get a store. Everybody move in together, save up a certain amount, buy a store, and bam, you're on your own. Like that's some real work right there. That's something we need to be doing. But we can't even report cases together without getting into damn fights. Well, I ain't a part of it, but I'm just saying, it's sad. They could be brothers. You think so, Corey? I think so too. Because I'm pretty sure that Frank owns this whole building. It only makes sense. Let me go back to that. Dang, did I not put that in here? When they were... Hold on, because that's crazy. Wait a minute.
Cool ass nigga.
Nah, I wasn't trying to do that. I think that is... I didn't put it in here. Because I was like, I'm gonna have to... I guess it don't matter at this point. We've been live too long. Let me see what y'all saying. Do anybody want to call in and say anything? Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Let me double check and see if the lady has come out with another one before I get off of here. If she did, I'll listen to it.
Basically, this how the girl be.
Why this thing on music and crap?
Part 2 of my interview experience with Shantay Harris
We'll play
and her
this one.
sister,
This old.
the twins. My footage is kind of...
Well, let me say this. This is not old. This is from 18 hours ago. And I'll just play it because this is the last one that she did. And But wait a minute, before I do that, let me put this in there. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all, please smack the thumbs up. Take this time to smack the thumbs up. Share us out. Subscribe to the channel. All that good stuff. If you haven't already.
Thank you for sharing me. Thank you for sharing me. Thank you for sharing me. For sharing me. For sharing me. For sharing me. Thank you for. Please subscribe and press that notification bell and thumbs up. Please.
Boy, I bet you I woke everybody up with that because I literally got both of my headphones on and I usually only have one. Boy, it's so much bass in that. That was super loud. Hold on.
I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. I stand on business. You drop me somewhere, I stand on business. You drop me in your hood, I stand on business. I've been stand on business. I stand on business. You drop me somewhere, I stand on.
Let's go.
Excuse me, ma'am. The people of the public wants to know where Naziah is. Are y'all gonna tell us? Or y'all gonna stop playing games? Huh? How you miss your baby? You don't miss your grandbaby? Huh? You don't care about your grandbaby? Hello? Here, take some cheese balls with your burger ass. Excuse me, ma'am.
Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You going to jail. You going to jail. Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You going to jail. You going to jail.
We definitely want to see her in jail. All of them.
You big dummy. You big.
Every last one of them. Okay, so we got that one. Let's do these. And that's crazy. I made this and didn't even put it in here. What are we doing? Oh, shoot. There it is. God dang it. Hold on, y'all. And I don't know that this thing be taking for freaking ever too. Hold on. Miss V, the one guy that played on the Family Matters who passed. Somebody that played on Family Matters passed too? And Malcolm Jamal Warner? BFF, what you laughing at? Oh, all that stuff I was just playing. My bad. I forgot that quick. Because I'm sitting up here. Man. Okay, so this is the thing that I made earlier. I be making stuff and didn't even put it in here. So we made that earlier. And I don't even see it switched over here yet. Oh, okay. I forgot about that. Ozzy Osbourne passed away? Are y'all serious? Wow. So Ozzy Osbourne and Malcolm Jamal Warner. I'm going to have to look into that. So let's go. What y'all think about the clout chaser though walking down the street? Had y'all seen that video? Hold on, and then we got. I'm so mad at my screen right now. I can't see nothing on that screen. Y'all, please smack the thumbs up. Yes, ma'am. They said don't know if it was an accident or drowning. Yeah, Malcolm. They said he drowned. Ozzy just came up saying R.I.P. I don't know if it's true. I haven't looked. Oh, really? Okay, because I know I didn't hear about that before I got on here. Shout out to Mrs. Ward. Welcome in. And shout out to Nitro. Shout out to Paris. How you doing? Man, this thing takes for freaking ever. I'm just waiting on this to load so I can go on to TikTok. I believe it was when he was on Parker's panel. Should be okay. Her page. No, you talking about Kenny? I'm not interested in playing nothing he had to say. But he probably ain't paid on that policy in years. Null and void. Exactly. If you barely eating, like, well, he don't look like he missed a single meal, but I can tell that he's busted because of, some of the things I heard him saying. But I believe too blessed that he said it. I just don't believe that Annette would allow that. Because she all about the money, and that's why she kept men around painting and all that, which is crazy. Oh, it's on TMZ, officially announced an hour ago. Wow. I wonder what happened to him. He was 76. It's on the news now. Okay, thanks for letting me know. But excuse me. So let me go through some more stuff that I got in here so I could clear this out, as a matter of fact. Let me move this. Dang, I should have did a poll because I'm curious to know how many of y'all believe. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Shannon and them knew these ladies that was talking to them. Look how confused she looking, yet I don't know, man. They even the stuff that she was doing, you believe that they knew? Wait, I said put a 1 if you believe they knew each other. Y'all believe they knew each other? I don't. I think they don't have no common sense and they just talk to anybody that'll talk to them. Anybody that'll talk to them. Which one is Shannon? Yeah, Shannon the one driving. I remember Dre saying Shannon got a car. And Marquita, she had got a bike when she moved over on the west side, and that's how he said that she lost weight. Which I was surprised about that. Because I thought they both had surgery or something. How big they were, and then they lost all that weight. I definitely thought they got surgery or something. Okay, finally. God dang. Took that dang on long. Okay, so that is what I was trying to load in there. Now I'm going to go ahead and let the video play because I just wanted to play while she's talking. It's strange that she went to interview someone about a case she knew nothing about. Like, now that you make sense there because I did hear her say that she didn't she was like, I don't know the case like that. But she did though, because she explained that she looked at something, like she knew something about it. But you would think if a person is this invested that they would know the case inside and out, and they would be able to know what they lying about or what they're not lying about. And so, like, when they were walking around the building, I found it interesting because I still don't know. I mean, because I was interested to know, was the door connected to the store the only door that they can go in? Because I do know that when they open the store, they go in. I mean, when they open the shop, they go in through the store. So I'm thinking that that's just the only way they go in. But it's another way in, because I remember when they was talking and Jarvis was telling him, yeah, the key to the gate is the same key to the door or whatnot, because he was like, King said, he said, I don't have a key to the door. So he's like, yeah, you do. It's the same key as the one to the gate. So I don't know. What I was trying to figure out what that is, because I was like, how the heck Shannon got the nose piercing? Yep. I was like, how the heck do the people in the store not hear or see anything going on? Because when we look at the store, when you go inside the store, number one is not really big. The door that they share is kind of like a suite room or something, where it's just a door between them. And right on the other side would have been where Jarvis was probably tampering with children. So how do they not hear nothing? And then if they gotta walk out after being the back and all that stuff that they said that he did to them, how do the store not know? I feel like everybody need to be arrested, questioned, and locked up with Jarvis too. It's a lot going on. It's a lot of I'm sure he know all the cuts in this area. This is where he from. This is his stomping ground. This is where he would meet people at walking down the street or whatever. Like, and right across the street is the motel. Okay, so let me play the video that I was playing. So this is part 2. Maybe it'll help make sense with some of the things that we listened to just now.
Like mixed up, so I'm not gonna go through my camera roll. Part 2 of my interview experience with Shannon Harris and her sister, the twins. My footage is kind of like mixed up, so I'm not gonna go through my camera roll and put it all in order. I am just literally gonna post it at the end of the clips after I interpret my take on everything that was said. So obviously this is one of the clips when I asked Shannon and her sister, like, what type of guy was Jarvis? Like, what type of guy was he? He didn't give off weird vibes. I already explained to y'all that I asked her, like, what gave Naziah so much leeway to just go hang out with him. And she said that her daughter, Janiah, was the alibi for Naziah to go hang out with him, because he would come get his kids and Naziah would be like a tag-along. So that's when she explained to me that, oh, he was cool, he'll smoke with you. She always talked about smoking with him. She said she'll just pop up at his shop and buy green. And
so if she was popping up at the shop, what else was you doing? Dropping them off there and closing the door behind you? I mean, it's starting to look more and more like this shop was just a setup. I mean, if we are to, like that guy that was in the store, he's like, oh, they open for a couple days and then they close. Like, and then the guy that I told you about, where he said he got his oil changed for 4 years, he said that they wouldn't even have everything all the time, and there wasn't a lot of cars up there. It wasn't a lot of cars up there, never. So didn't the girl say Jarvis used the key at night to let them in to supposedly clean the shop? I didn't hear that. What girl? You talking about Oh, this girl? This lady here, or one of the kids that he used the key at night to let them in. Shoot, I think Jarvis. I think they wasn't doing nothing at night and Well, that is something that I said though. I was like, how do King not know? And then I was like, well, if he didn't know and wasn't a part of it, then that would mean that Jarvis will have them in there after work hours, after hours. But that still wouldn't explain the gas station and the store not knowing something, because that would even stand out more if he's there after hours and the store is still open. But they probably don't be paying attention, or they probably a part of it. I don't know. I think it was the kids, a hangout spot. Yeah, a spot to do what he doing when he ain't got no money to go to the motel. And I think even when he go to the motel, he's bringing the girls there to make money. That's what I think, according to what the guy Roxy had said she talked to said, and how he had money in his hand when they was there talking about, y'all ain't no young girls. And she said it wasn't no doors on the doors of the hotel. That threw me. That threw me. But let her finish.
Little stuff like that, and he was a cool, laid-back dude, yada, yada, yada. He had a lot of hoes. She said he always switched cars because he had so many hoes, he'd just drive their cars or whatever. Something that's kind of distinctive with me after listening to the stuff that y'all seeing, and after her telling me that her and Naziah was pregnant at the same time, she told me this, and if y'all listen to the video, y'all gonna hear it too. This lady says, why everybody asking me why I'm not like grieving or showing any remorse. Like, how y'all expect me to grieve when I just lost my baby? Like, I just had a miscarriage of my own baby, like May 24th. So she said last year.
She actually said May 4th. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Let me see what y'all saying. Naziah and them, Jarvis used the key to get in the shop. Naziah and them said, oh, they said that? Oh, the little girl. Oh, you talking about, okay. You talking about Marquita's daughter. Okay. So that means that he took her there after hours. Yeah. Yep. That mean that King wouldn't have been there when it happened too. And I wonder if that is something that he was doing all the time. But then when they asked King if the kids would come and do work for them, he said yes. And he said he didn't brought his son, his daughter, a few times. Thank you for that. I think it was Miss Ward that said that first, because I'm gonna have to look at that to see. I think she just said that though, right? That he used the key to open the door. She didn't specify which door or anything, did she?
I interviewed them 2025, so she's obviously talking about May 24th, 2024. So does that
think
make
it's 23.
Sense, like she said,
May 4th, 2023 is what I think, because she said it was before she even knew her niece was missing. So that, and then she said that weird too, but yeah, that's what she said, before she was missing. And we know it was the first month of the year that Naziah went missing, so it couldn't have been before that. Had to have been 23.
Yeah, I just listened to the clip. She's like, I just lost my baby last year. How do y'all expect me to grieve about Naziah? So,
and then Marquita said last year too, but she meant 2023. So
if you lost,
it take a minute for your brain to remember that. I mean, that usually happened in the same year, though. You know what I'm saying? If it was still 24. I don't know. You know how when a year change, you still thinking it's the past year, but still, like, they should be past that at this point. I don't know when she did this, though. Like, what month was it? She would know because the person that recorded it would know because when you record it, it's dated, timed, and all that.
She said she lost her baby May 24th, 2024. Does that
May
make
4th.
sense? Like, does the time add up for Naziah to have, like, do y'all get what I'm saying?
Yeah, if it happened in 23.
And then I asked her, like, what was their freedom like? Did they, like, basically you just let them run the streets? You not in contact with her friends, parents, like, And she was like, well, basically throughout the week, I'm all about homework, and once the weekends come, they can do whatever they want to do. Whoa, wait, I'm tripping. She said she lost her baby May 4th, 2024.
Thank you.
So she like everybody.
She didn't say 24 though. She just said May 4th. Because if she would have said the year, we wouldn't be wondering what year it was. But anyway.
Me why I'm not grieving, and I'm like, how you expect me to grieve when I lost my baby May 4th of last year? So last year from this year would be in 2024. And she was like, basically like, I'm just trying to see if that timing is timing. Do y'all get what I'm saying? If y'all understand, like, I'll explain it.
Okay, so Sherry said right because King was on GPS, so King would see the girls during the day. I believe his curfew was at 9. Yep, you are correct. Happy birthday, Sebastian. I think Sebastian might be a troll coming in here talking about happy birthday to yourself that many dang on times. Show me your license. And did you hit the thumbs up, sir? Or ma'am? She just said he had a key to let them in. She didn't say what door, but I'm thinking it was the shop door. Okay. Thank you for that, Miss Ward. I'm going to look into it. Let's see. Yeah, it's recently. No, she didn't. Okay. Yep, the daughter. It wasn't it? Yep. She said Jarvis used the key to let them into the shop, and she said Jarvis was sitting in the chair, and Naziah had her back to Jarvis and sat on him. Man, that's the craziest thing. Man. Sitting up there grooming them all together, getting, softening them up. See, it's okay. She does it. You see how she do it? That's how I want you to do the same thing. He's sitting up there coaching them, teaching them, showing them. Same thing that Shannon them was doing to their cousin, according to their cousin. The cousin said that they made it be like a game that they were playing. Let's play this game. And they were teaching her how to do it. And even why do I forget her name? The lady that did the reading. She even seen it. She said, "Oh my God." They got them teaching each other. Like, yeah. They was born into this. This is their norm. That's why we can have pictures like this. All of the stuff that Naziah was going through. And she was still dancing and smiling at the people, with the people that was feeding her to the belly of the beast. And she didn't even know the difference. See, when you brought up like this, when you raised in this, you don't know anything else. And it is your norm. It was their norm too. Now, to me, that ain't normal. Talking about that song just kind of, and then her tongue and just like, what are we doing here? Anyway, let me go. Keep going.
So I also asked her, like, so y'all not gonna do like a funeral, memorial, homegoing, nothing, no service,
in reference to Naziah, and she said her mom, which is the grandmother, is not doing anything until she get a death certificate. Basically saying that she's unalive. So, as y'all can see, literally every question that I asked the twins, my best friend answered me. And then I try to repeat the question, and it's like as soon as Shannon get in the groove of talking, my best friend just answers the question like we're interviewing her. She probably didn't realize it or whatever because she was high, but it was just like, God, I didn't realize it either until.
That's why you shouldn't get high on the job. You know what I'm saying? If they was doing some detective work and they over there getting, but that's how they was able to get them to talk, I guess. Generational curses, a cult, okay? Annette could have stopped all of this. Can you imagine all the STD? Man, listen. That's why, listen. It's a picture that I was zeroing in on. I'm like, what is that all around her mouth, on her mouth? What is that? And then we know that she was in the hospital at some point too in September. As a matter of fact, I literally screenshot that today because I was thinking about that part of it in September of 2023. She was in the hospital. And then the other woman was in the hospital too. Remember the Tashiana chick was in the hospital. I was like, what's up with this? What's up with everybody in the hospital? Yeah, I'm sure he handed out a fair share of STNDs.
I let other people listen to it, and they like, God, you asked some good questions. And I even told her that, like, when we was like after the bowling alley, when we was in Shannon's car, asking her questions, she was asking some good questions. But it was really time to go because we got set up. They set us up or whatever like that. So it's like,
yep, he sure did, and it was a family member, that toddler. It was chlamydia.
I really wish that we would have just shut the fuck up and let them thoroughly answer the question.
We wish y'all would have too.
Also, when I had asked, like, so y'all don't have no clues, no evidence, nothing in mind, I asked her that twice. And I asked her that before we went out, and then I asked her that 4 lemon drops and a whole ZIYAH later. And after the 4 lemon drops and a whole ZIYAH later, that's the same thing she said, y'all. When I asked for clues.
4 lemon drops and a whole ZIYAH later. Okay, plus the baby. Now, how old was the baby, Sherry? That was a 4-year-old, the youngest I've heard. Man, I don't even know what I just said. Let me let her keep. Oh, when I said we wanted y'all to shut up too, basically. Let me let her. Hold on.
Nobody was. Yeah, I can hear her sister in the background saying the park. She mentioned something about the park. And when we was in the truck, 4 lemon drops later, a ZIYAH later, and I asked her again, she was like, I believe Naziah is in that park. I said, that's crazy. I said, have they searched there? She said, yeah, they had a search team, and the different people in different neighborhoods came out. They were searching the park, but I'm pretty sure 9 times out of 10, that's where Naziah would be because that's where she hung out at. So I'm just thinking, like, first of all, I asked you, did you think Jarvis did it? You like, nah. With the evidence they got, you just nod your head. Like, with the evidence they got.
Okay, now what the heck are we talking about? Hold on. Now, we went to the park, and it ain't nothing to search. That park, we went to the park. It's on 3 Mile. I heard her say that. Oh, yeah, the 4-year-old. Yeah, I heard her say 3 Mile, and we just seen that it's nothing. It's in a residential area. It's right across the street from, it's just nothing. So they searched that park.
That's what I should have asked her. Like, okay, if Jarvis didn't do it, who do you think would have did it? You already told me your frustrations with her, with you being pregnant by your baby daddy and her being pregnant by your baby daddy at the same time. Naturally, a woman's instincts would become frustrated, not frustrated enough to unalive my family member. Like, if anything, unalive him. And when I am done uploading all the footage before we went out, everybody keep asking me for the story time on how they set us up and what happened in the car and what happened at the bowling alley. Y'all, I'm gonna get to that. Like, if y'all just want a rush story or a rush process, I just upload all this shit and y'all can piece this shit together. Stop doing it, because that's really frustrating. But good night. Cool ass nigga, like, you pull up, you want to smoke.
Okay, well, we already heard that part. Okay, so I didn't really feel the need to play the other ones because I didn't even listen to them. I probably should have, but I just wanted to hear what Shannon and them had to say. I just went, once I found out where I could get to what they said out of their mouth, that's all I did. And I didn't even listen to it, y'all. I ain't gonna even lie. But as far as this park, hold on. Oh, I got all that. So y'all think this guy looked like he could be Frank's brother, cousin, or something? They do favor, and I don't think all Arab people look alike. So I mean, they favor. They do. They look like they related. Okay, what do y'all think? You're welcome. I listen everywhere, but I honestly believe Shannon found them together and she lost it. Really. I think that she would be locked up. You know what I'm saying? I don't see Jarvis not telling on her, because I sat there and listened at his interrogation and he was telling on them the whole time. He was telling. Yeah, she knew I was supposed to pick them up from the grandmama house and all. I mean, he was telling all kind of stuff. Yeah, they knew she got into it with some girls, and like he was just telling. This is in Detroit. Shout out to Chuck-a-Luck Smith. Wow, food truck. Shout out to you. That's what's up. Yeah, hit the emojis and show some support. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you have not. And also share us out. Let me see if she's the girl. Cash say anything else.
He was most definitely never seen no type of this side of him. One person, one man or woman decided right now is what I said. Hey,
y'all know we already listened.
Nobody is going to say, come out and let me and say, oh, I'm this, I'm that. You know what I'm saying? And like when I first met his sister, I reached out to her on Facebook. The first time she ever seen my daughter, my first child, when my daughter was 9 months.
So you have some pretty ass kids.
Would have been nice to know the rest of that story.
All 5 of my kids belong to him. Damn. All 5 of them. Damn. All 5. And people keep saying it's like, oh, I'm not showing. I feel like the sister. No emotion. How can you? If I lost the baby before I even knew my own daughter, my own niece was gone. I was pregnant around the same time. I lost my baby last year, May 4th. So how I'm still grieving. So how can you tell someone to grieve? I wouldn't. So, but everybody grieve different too, so that you can't push up on you. You just be crying at them. So y'all having that? My mom is not doing anything until she gets something inside her head saying she got a death certificate. She's not doing anything. And then
another thing, have y'all found any clues besides the school ID and stuff like that?
No. Do y'all feel like where do y'all even start type shit?
And that's the thing. You start besides we don't know. Besides the areas that she didn't even 3 Mile Park around.
3 Mile Park. Did y'all just hear? She just said it. 3 Mile Park, and this is where we headed or at. Yeah, this is the park. Like, wait, no. Yeah, okay, this is the part. And I mean, so what is it to search? Like she said, that's where she hung out at. It took me right here, but I see park stuff right here. I mean, I guess all of this is considered the park. I don't know. It don't make sense to me. I see a park sign where I was just at. This is not nothing much to search, you know. So, you know, houses right there. It's a little park here, open. I don't know, you know. This what she talking about? This is 3 Mile. This is 3 Mile Park, according to this sign. Wherever I was just, oh, right here. Wait. Okay, so this is the way to get there from their house. This is the street they stay on. It got us cutting through an alley. And according to this, is a 10-minute walk. But this is where they talking about she go to all the time. This is where it landed me at. And this is where the sign is at. But where's the dang on park? Like, that's what I'm saying. The part that I was just at, that's where I see it at. So I'm guessing all of this is considered the park. It ain't nowhere that I believe he would have dumped her in this area. You would have been putting her in somebody's backyard. Park closes, what, at 9? Whatever that say. So all this is considered the park. Ain't nothing. What kind of park is this? This is whack. I mean, seriously, what kind of park is this? It's in a bad area too, but I guess this area period is bad. But so this is supposed to be the park. Who is this lingering around? Is it Jarvis trying to hang around where the kids at? Ain't no telling. Somebody with some Newports. So, yeah. What is this? Benches and something. What is that? It looked like exercise. Yeah, it is exercise bikes. That's what I thought. Or equipment. Just outside like that. That's weird. But I ain't have y'all ever seen a park like this? I haven't. It's different. So yeah, I don't think it's a good idea to have your kid go to this park by themselves. Bunch of weirdos lingering around. I don't know. What y'all think? It says, it says it's like a 10-minute walk. Somewhere I heard Jarvis gave a Tyler. Yeah, yep, that 4-year-old. I think I'm just at the wrong spot. Yes, we heard, Mo. Somebody just told us that. Park does not mean playground. Well, I mean, when I hear park, that's what I think, a playground, you know? I'm expecting a playground. I'm expecting it to look like a park. But you know, that's a little neighborhood park. How you doing, Candy? Welcome in. And welcome in, Mo and Sick. Thank y'all for dropping down. Right, okay, a napper park, okay? Shoot. There are too many houses around the park. She isn't in the park. Exactly. I don't buy it. That baby isn't at that park, and she probably didn't ever go to that park. By what I heard, Jarvis is singing like a bird. Up down there, yep. But nothing is gonna get him out. Absolutely. He gonna get life. That's what he about to get. I had a feeling the twins mess with Jarvis. Well, yeah, I mean, the twin admitted to dating him before her, but she didn't never say that she slept with him. She said she didn't. That's what, because I had asked Dre that about Marquita and Jarvis, and he said that she said that she ain't never sleep with him. She ain't like him. I don't believe it though, because if she was the first one going to see Jarvis, she was dropping it. Yeah, you ain't gonna be around him without it. Period. Miss V, I believe Jarvis told a whole lot while in lockup. I'm talking about the FBI. Yep, I believe it. I believe it. They putting all the stuff together. See, to me, I believe that they putting everything together. They're watching and all of that stuff. And after they get done with Jarvis, they gonna come for them. They got to do it one at a time. They can't do everything at once, I'm guessing. Lead them out here, watch their actions, then grab their phones and see what the heck they been up to. He was so trife, all of them. Exactly. No other way to describe it. Disgusting. Let me move this thing out the way and I think they done here. Hold on.
Where else? It could be anywhere. Because Naziah, like y'all mother, we your mother. Our kids is on during the week. They on an I-10 bike team. You wanna come home, do your homework. That's it. On the weekend, on the weekend, you got a little bit more wiggle room to do whatever you want to do.
I don't know much about their city, so I know y'all probably wondering what part. Hell, I was wondering what part too. But 9 times out of 10, she said a part.
I thought she said she was from Detroit. Now I told you I ain't listened to it, but I thought I listened to like one of them in the beginning, but then I figured out she was putting theirs at the end, so I just went straight to the end. But I'm gonna have to listen to it again.
At her school, a part by her school that her homegirls just said.
Oh, okay.
Can you tell someone?
Wait, she did just say the part I wanted to know. Hold on.
During the week, they on
when I had asked her about the old guy, her uncle, that was like rubbing on Zanaya and hugging on her while her butt against his woo-woo, how he was hugging on her like he just grooving and shit. I had asked her about him, and I just wanted to post that. I'm gonna post that clip, and what her response was. Tell me what y'all think about this.
Oh,
part 2 of
my
interview experience in reference to Naziah and.
So, but everybody grieve different too. So they your mother. Our kids is on during the week. They on an I-10 bike team. You wanna come home, do your homework. That's it. On the weekend, on the weekend, you got a little bit more wiggle room to do whatever you want to do.
I don't know much about their city, so I know y'all probably wondering what part. Hell, I was wondering what part too. But 9 times out of 10. She said a part by her school that her homegirls used to hang out at or whatever. And then another thing, y'all, I had asked her like, did Naziah just run away or whatever? She said no, Naziah had no reason to run away because 9 times out of 10, if she asked to go, Shannon would let her go. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might be in luck tonight. Y'all might fuck around and get 2 story times.
Okay, so she actually said the part in the video. She said 3 Mile, and I know a lot of people probably didn't catch that, but she literally said 3 Mile, and that's why we went to 3 Mile Park to see what we could see, and we could see that it was just a couple houses that got knocked down, and they built a little neighborhood park there. Oh, thank you so much, Candy. Thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate that. You rock for that. Where my boy at? We want Chris Brown. We don't get to hear him much. Shout out to you. Let's go. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. So she lied about being from Detroit. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I thought that I heard this girl. Did you hear her too? Or am I tripping? I could have sworn like I'm gonna have to check it and come back because I ain't about to. It was something that I listened to between these videos that I thought I heard her say that she was from Detroit. So yeah, it'd be the small things, but I thought I heard her say it in someone else's video that she was from Detroit. Uh-oh. Now, see, we ain't both thinking the same thing for nothing. No, you not tripping at all. See, now I'm about to go find it because I got it. I mean, the videos that I have, because I edited them. So I still got the ones that I did listen to. And I promise you, I thought that girl said she was from Detroit because it wouldn't have made no sense for you to drive from Atlanta, right? And then when I heard her say that she was from Detroit, I'm like, oh, okay, well, she must have family there or something, I thought. But anyway, I'm gonna have to just go listen because I wasn't listening for it, but I thought that's what I heard. she said I'm from the D, and she said she drove from what? Girl, what? Okay. So see, if I catch one lie, it's hard for me to believe anything. Like she had misspoke saying the wrong date. She said May 24th when she said the 4th. But then she corrected herself later. But you can't correct that. If you said you from the D, you know it's recorded, right? But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. I did not plan on being live for 3 hours, but I definitely missed y'all. I definitely missed talking about the cases. I've been off for like 4 days. So we'll be back tomorrow. I actually have about 5 of them set up, but after this live stream ends, the next one is gonna pop up. And I think it's going to be a Feeney. We're going to talk about her tomorrow. And we might also talk about Jarvis some more. She drove 6 hours or 8 hours to go get the interview. I think she said 14 hours. Didn't she say 14 hours or something? Because it take about 12 hours to get to Atlanta. Well, I guess it depends on how you drive. You love what I do. Thank you, Candy. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. And thank you. And what I watched, she said she drove 14 hours. Okay. What the heck? All right. I thought, man, I didn't think I was crazy. Okay. So that means she probably said she was from the D2. Yeah, we're going to have to find that. But we'll talk about it tomorrow. Thank y'all so much for tuning in and participating in the chat and all that good stuff. I hope everybody subscribe to the channel and set all notifications so you know every time I go live. But another way is to hit the notification on the next video that's about to pop up. And I think I got it set for like 1:30 or something like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I will see y'all in the next video. This is everybody that we talked about today. And we're gonna get up out of here, y'all. Peace and love. Wait a minute. She said, love y'all. Much love to you, Sherry. Good seeing you in the chat today. And shout out to all my moderators, members, and subscribers. Until next time, y'all. Horns, y'all. Join membership, especially most, so y'all can hype it up. Fire and horns, y'all. MTGBL.
viral. Make this go viral. Make this go higher. 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 Burn this on fire.
Peace and love, y'all. We out.